swear to you, you're gonna be okay. Just hold it there. I'm gonna get you off this roof. Look at those, $59.95. Why would you wear pink boots? Well, that's not the point, they're on sale. This is real Italian leather. I don't need pink boots. So dye them. The ones you got have got to be 3 years old. They happen to be very comfortable, and they were a present from Harv. That is nostalgia, Mary Beth. We're talking bargains here. Look at this.
Cagney Lacey.
Morning, sir.
What are we, shopping today or working?
Working, Lieutenant.
Good, because I got a real sweetheart here for you. This guy's knocked over 4 liquor stores in the past 3 months, all midtown. His MO is daylight, mirrors, sunglasses, and a small caliber gun.
This came over from the 8th?
Yeah, he started there, but now he seems to like us better.
8th precinct never got an ID on him.
Well, he doesn't exactly encourage witnesses. One store owner gave him static, he got a bullet in the gut for his trouble.
Sounds charming.
Yeah, hey, but come on, who's always griping? I only give him grounders. Now, this guy is mean. So don't say I don't do you any favors.
Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
What's this?
Weight inspection. Second notice. What weight inspection?
What second notice?
He threw the first one away, too.
All officers are hereby put on notice of inspection 6 weeks from above date. At that time, any officer not conforming to departmental height weight standards as specified herein will be placed on modified assignment until such time as said standards are adhered to. Have you seen the gut on him?
Cagney Lacey, there's a liquor store robbery in progress. 41st and 8th.
On her way!
Suspect described as male, Caucasian, 6 feet tall, approximately...
Come on, move it! What is going on? I can't believe this. You wonder why I picked downtown in broad daylight? Where are we? 10th and 40th. Pull over, pull over, pull over. Let's get out of here. There he is! Hey, hold it! Police! Easy, easy, easy. Oh, my God. Christine, I gotta turn you over. Can you hear me? Let me see it. Let me see it, Chris. Okay. Okay. You're gonna be all right. I swear to you, you're gonna be okay. I'm gonna get you off this roof, Chris. You hear me? Huh? I'm gonna get you off this roof. Now, hang on there. Just hold it there. Dr. Phillips, please call nurse.
Word yet?
No, sir.
It's taking him so long.
Hey, don't worry. We all know how strong Christine is. She's gonna make it.
Charlie, I'm so sorry.
Hey, Mary Beth, now come on. We're cops. It goes with the territory. Remember, tell her, Bert. It's gonna be okay.
Cagney? Christine Cagney? Any family members here?
Yeah. I'm Charles Cagney. I'm Christine Cagney's father.
She's in ICU.
She's okay?
She's lost several units of blood. Bullet managed to miss her heart and lung. Barring complications, she should be out of here in 2 weeks.
Can we see her?
Tomorrow. She won't be awake till then.
No, I'm a father. I want to see her now.
She won't even know you're there.
Just want to look at her.
Okay. Down the hall to your left, second door. Just the father.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Esposito. Emilio Esposito.
Babe?
Would you quit sneaking up on me? You could give a person a heart attack.
Come on, put that stuff down. Let's talk.
Harv, I'm cleaning the refrigerator here. Could you leave me in peace, please?
No. No. When you clean refrigerators at 3 in the morning, you need to talk.
I don't want to talk.
You need to. You need to get it
Harv,
out.
stop.
Christine getting hurt was not your fault, Mary Beth. There is no reason for you to feel guilty.
Oh, all of a sudden you're a psychiatrist.
Yeah, there's some things I know.
I should have been there for her, Harv.
You were there.
Behind her. Harvey, always behind her. Right behind her.
Oh, come on,
Don't
babe.
come on, babe me.
You didn't let her down. I don't believe it. Chris doesn't believe it. Not for a second.
Oh, now you read minds. Harv, I got a refrigerator to clean here.
Is that the soonest I can see her? All right, you tell her I'll be there at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and tell her we all miss her here. Thanks. She had a good night. She's doing real good. Anybody see my case file?
I got it.
Look, we didn't ask for this.
You cannot do this to me.
See?
With due respect, Lieutenant, you cannot take me off this case.
There's a lot of crime in this city, Lacey. Concentrate on your other cases.
I want to locate the man that shot my partner.
I understand that. And that's exactly why I took you off the case.
Please, Lieutenant, this one belongs to me, and you know that. We had the thing 15 minutes. Christine was on him, and I owe it to her.
Lacey, I got that. But with Cagney on it is, you can't work the case alone.
I can start the legwork, sir. She'll be back in 2-3 weeks.
Oh, well, that's great. That's great. Now, what's going to happen in the meantime when a guy hits again, huh? You're going to explain it to the victims' families?
All right, then give me another detective to work with. Anybody else?
What do you think? I got detectives coming out of my ears?
Please, Lieutenant, will you work it out for me?
All right. I'll think about it. But not until you get out of here. Now.
How am I? I'm fine, Chris.
Did you tear my sweater?
Yeah.
Did I say anything?
You said, Mary Beth, I told you to get a new pair of boots.
What?
See, my heel came off. And I took that headed down the stairs. That's how come you hit that corner by yourself. I feel very bad, Chris. I burned those lousy boots.
See? Something good comes to everything. It was an accident. Forget it.
I couldn't sleep last night, Chris. I kept seeing that roof.
Me too. Did you get a look at that guy? I nailed him. I think Mary Beth in the leg. He looks so familiar.
Leave it for now. So much pain?
Only when I breathe.
Well, I went by your place. I picked up a few things. I got them, cosmetics and toothpaste. Nonsense.
Thanks, Mary Beth.
I got a ton of messages here that came in last night.
From who?
Oh, a big group. Cops and civilians. Mostly men.
Charlie?
Oh, your dad? He was here yesterday. First thing. He barged his way into ICU to see you.
Guess it wasn't a barrel of halves. You know, Charlie, he likes to have a good time.
Rest, all right? Rest and get strong. And I'll come by, see you in the morning. I'm gonna get that bastard for you, Chris. Doctor says you need 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. 1 week. I'll bet you a pair of pink boots.
You're out.
Anybody thinks this is funny is going to be directing traffic in Sheepshead Bay. Hold on, will you?
You're gonna have to take some more drastic measures, Bert.
Watch it, Coleman. Did I say anything?
I'm sorry to be late, sir, but you wouldn't believe the traffic near the hospital.
Hey, you're going to have to cut down on the visiting hours because you got something that's going to take a lot more of your time now.
Sir?
String of liquor store robberies.
Liquor stores? Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's in my office. Come on.
Hello. I'm Mary Beth Lacey.
Well, hello. Steve Bennett. Detective first grade, late of the 8th precinct, temporarily your partner, and the pleasure is all mine.
Huh?
Yeah.
Gotta get up, don't you?
Yeah, I'm up. I'm up.
I'm up. I'm up. Morning. Oh. Hey, gee, your hair looks real nice, Mary Beth. Did you do something different?
No, same as usual. Honey, you got any cash? The boys need lunch money.
In my wallet.
I'll get it. I'm taking $5.
What's all that gook on your eyes?
Gook? It's mascara, Harv. I put that on every morning.
Your new partner, you said he's up for retirement, so what does that make him, about 60?
No, 46, 47. He's through, though. Made his 20 years.
Yeah, good for him. What does he look like?
Oh, nice looking. Very fit.
Hey, is that a new outfit, babe?
Harv, I got this sweater from your mother 3 Christmases ago. The skirt I bought at Macy's on sale, last Labor Day.
Well, you look very nice.
Thank you very much.
So, what's he like? Is he married?
Divorced. Harvey, the man and I are working together.
Working together, that's it.
Did I say anything?
Give me a kiss, huh?
New perfume?
One of our witnesses said the guy has an accent.
Beth, why don't you put the file away, okay? I mean, it's our lunch break.
Now, one other witness mentions an accent.
Yeah, well, half these witnesses can't even speak English. Here. This is bad for your digestion. Enjoy your lunch. You know, maybe you're gonna learn something working with me, huh? Oh. You gotta slow down a little bit. You're gonna burn yourself out. Homemade baklava, the best.
Oh, no, thanks. Anyway, I couldn't eat another thing.
Oh, it's okay. Just leave it for her. You gotta taste this stuff. It's incredible.
I really don't want any.
You gotta at least try it. Huh? Come on. One bite? You'll insult Demetrius. Huh?
Delicious.
Demetrius! He's an artist, isn't he?
We gotta go. Excuse me. May we have a check, please?
No. My friend Detective Bennett knows never a charge from New York's finest.
Oh, well, that really isn't necessary or lawful, sir.
Never argue with your host. Thank you, Demetrius.
Yeah,
Freebies make me uncomfortable.
What, a couple of stuffed grape leaves and some baklava? I mean, we're not talking major corruption here, Detective Lacey. I'll drive. Well, let's go. Let's go.
Thank you.
So it's different working with a guy?
Yeah, it's different, all right.
Like how?
Dr. Fisher, oh. Please, Dr. Fisher. He always assumes he's the one that's gonna drive.
Oh. All right, Beth, you're not the world's best driver.
And when we're interviewing witnesses, I ask questions. They answer him like I'm his assistant or something.
Well, it's not his fault.
Okay, all right. So that stuff is not a big deal. It's his attitude I don't like.
Yeah? What do you mean?
We got a shooter out there. All this one cares about is eating lunch and getting home at 5.
I thought you liked getting home at 5.
This is different.
You never got home at 5 with me. You didn't realize how good you had it with me, did you?
Radiology, please call extension. I realized. Radiology, extension 4. This is nice. From your dad?
No, Tom.
It's horrible. Who's Tom?
Securities analyst.
$50, I bet you.
Charlie hasn't called or anything.
Did you try him?
No answer.
Maybe something came up.
Maybe.
2 jelly donuts, an orange soda.
Right here. What?
It's nothing but refined carbohydrates, Coleman. Bacon and egg sandwich, chocolate milk.
Yo.
Pure cholesterol. Cream cheese and lox on a bagel.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you know how much sodium there is in that? It's a cardiovascular time bomb.
Looks like breakfast to me.
Hey, what is this, huh? A squad room or a diner?
Well, if you see him anywhere, will you tell him call his daughter at the hospital? Thank you.
Good morning. And how are you on this bright and loverly day, eh?
Did you get me those witness statements from the liquor store?
Oh, Detective Lacey. You've got to slow down. You've Have to learn to enjoy life. Smell the flowers.
Nice. Statements?
First thing this morning, Scout's honor.
Here, Lacey, this for you.
Coleman, how come I didn't get this before?
I just found it. The new nightman took it last night. He thought you were the one who was in the hospital.
What do we got?
This is Carmen Garcia in the Bronx. I think she remembers something.
Well, why can't she come down here?
She's got a sick child and no telephone.
Uh-huh. Well, there's always one, right? You know, years ago, this senile old guy hauls me all the way out the Far Rockaway 3 times. The only thing is, once I got there, he could never quite remember why he called.
Mrs. Garcia does not sound to me like a senile old guy.
She said she thinks she remembers something. Now, you want to haul us all the way up to the Bronx on that?
That's what they pay us for.
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but I got 15 things to do right here.
Bennett, maybe she's really got something.
Yeah, and it'll still be there in an hour. Besides, with mid-morning traffic, it could take us the whole morning just to get up there.
What are you worried about, missing lunch?
Beats a drive up to the Bronx.
Thank you, Detective. Come on.
Is she always such a hot dog? Ooh.
Not a match made in heaven.
You never heard of peekaboo?
Do you have a gun?
Uh-huh.
Well, tell him not to get too comfortable.
I wouldn't say he looks too comfortable.
No, Mary Beth is busting his chops.
Really?
Yeah, the guy's dogging it.
It's hard to believe. A friend of mine over at the 8th says he's been decorated 4 times.
That guy Bennett?
Yeah.
Well, he's due to retire. Maybe suffering from short-timer's disease.
Reminds me of my old sergeant, the guy who broke me in. He had 1 week to his retirement. He answers a routine domestic disturbance call, takes 3 shots to the chest, and dies. Like that.
Dr. Phillips, please call nurses station 34. Dr. Phillips, 3rd floor nurses station.
Say, we'd better get back. Christine, I hope our visit cheered you up.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Feel better.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Hey, it's Becky. Wait a minute. Can I talk to you privately?
All right, Victor. Bye-bye.
Shall I, lock the door?
Victor, sit down.
I don't remember too much. I was very frightened. And this man's face, like with mirrors, it was like a horror picture.
Excuse me, Mrs. Garcia. You said you thought you remembered something. If we could skip to that, we could get out of your hair a lot quicker.
You take your time, ma'am.
I dreamed about it. That's when I remembered. I kept seeing his hand. The hand with the gun in it. There was something on his hand. A tattoo, I think.
Words or a picture?
A fish.
Are you sure?
Maybe a bird.
Do you remember the color?
Black, maybe dark blue. It was very hard to tell.
Ma'am, if you had to take a guess, what would you say that tattoo was?
A fish. That's what I think it was. A fish with... ¿Cómo se dice, hijo, eso de lo que tienen los pescados en el agua para nadar? Atrás, la...
Fins.
Sí. Fins. Fins. With big fins.
Big fins. It's probably a 57 Chevy.
Not funny.
Anybody ever tell you you take everything too seriously?
Yeah, I take my job seriously. I take it seriously when people make fun of witnesses.
Hey, give me a break.
You're acting like this slime ball is some kind of a jaywalker or something. He shot 2 people. He could have killed my partner.
Uh-huh. Is that why you're pushing so hard? Look, handle your guilt in your own time, okay? You're making me crazy, too.
I'm doing my job.
I'm a-doing mine. And I got a great place for lunch.
This is Central. Do you read me?
I said 312. Go ahead, dispatch.
Good Times Liquor Store at 3620 Worth Street. 10:30, armed robbery and homicide.
You want to go? What are you doing here?
Hey, Mary Beth.
I was looking all over for you.
Shh. I'm going antsy in my room. I can't stand her. You just gotta walk. Come on, walk with me.
I thought your doctor said you're only supposed to walk around your room.
I got an old lady for a doctor. So, how you doing on our case?
He hit another liquor store.
And?
One dead. But we got a witness, remember the tattoo?
Well, that's great. Did you have it checked out?
Well, there wasn't too much to check. She was a little fuzzy on the details.
So, how about a sketch artist? Did you get one?
Hey, you're supposed to be concentrating on getting well.
Oh, come on. I got doctors all over the place to tell me to do that. Did
Christine?
you get a sketch artist?
Christine?
Oh, don't Christine me, Mary Beth. I'm so bored here.
You are crazy.
I don't want...
You're a crazy person. You are a sick woman. You're recovering from major surgery. You're supposed to be getting rest.
Then you shouldn't yell at me. I'm a very sick person.
You're supposed to be getting rest.
If you get... Hello?
Hi there.
This is my partner.
Yes, we've met. How are you?
That's my other mother.
Would you get back to your room, please?
Gotta go. Bring me malted milk.
What for where? You've got your black book, you got all your information, you don't need anything from me, that's out!
Yes, sir. You want some friendly advice?
What?
Don't. He chewed me out twice in 5 minutes. I think he's using rage as a food substitute.
What do you want?
Sir, I understand this isn't a very good time, sir.
Good time? I got a mug city councilman, a bomb scare, and a chimpanzee loose at PS 159. I'm supposed to handle all of that on a boiled egg and a piece of dry toast? Don't talk to me about good times!
I'll come back later, sir.
Wait a second! What about the liquor store case, huh? I'm starting to get helpful phone calls from City Hall.
Well, sir. That's exactly what I want to talk to you about, sir.
Yeah?
I'm having a little trouble with Detective Bennett.
What kind of trouble?
Well, I want to be fair about this, sir, but I think he's a little cautious. A little too quick to be skeptical of evidence.
That's an indictment? That sounds to me like a good cop, that's what. Sounds like LaGuardia yourself. Do you know what makes your partnership with Cagney work? Huh?
Sir?
Some teams make it, some don't. The ones that do are almost always made up of opposites. Cagney eggs you on, you slow her down. But between the two of you get the job done.
Excuse me, sir, but what does this have to do with me and Bennett?
What it's got to do with you and Bennett is that every good partnership needs a hot dog, that's what. And with Cagney in the hospital, you are it.
Yes, sir.
Lacey. LaGuardia tells me that Charlie hasn't been in the hospital to see Cagney.
I called him 3 times, sir. No answer.
Think he's tying one on?
I don't know, sir.
surprise.
What'd you do, rob a hearse?
No, I got a cousin in the business. Voila.
Great.
Okay, if anybody finds out that they're missing, I do not know you. Just get them back as soon as you can.
Don't worry.
What about your end?
What? Oh.
Monica Brandt, RN, 555-4392. You sure she's the one?
The redhead.
Yeah, the one with the legs that just don't quit.
I wouldn't know.
It's only because you're out of commission. I mean, if you weren't out of commission, we'd party just like we used to.
Don't you dare tell her I had anything to do with this. She'd never answer my call button again. That's all she said. Hey, did you get anything from ballistics?
Yeah, well, the bullets from all three victims match. They're from the same weapon, but it's not a known gun, so... What about you? You get anything at the hospitals on his leg injury?
Nothing.
I guess none of the eyewitnesses panned out either, huh?
I talked 5 out of 10 of them into coming down. One couldn't make up his mind at all. The other 4 picked out 4 different pictures. 2 serving time, 1 deported, 1 deceased.
What about the tattoo lady?
Mrs. Garcia.
Uh-huh.
Well, she couldn't make it. Her kid was too sick. Nobody else mentioned a tattoo.
Well, that figures.
Which doesn't mean there wasn't one. I say we should run a computer check.
On what? Every fish, bird, and flower we got? Sticking armed robbery priors, that'll narrow it down to what? 20, 30,000 suspects?
Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. Mary Beth? I told you I never forget a face.
So Blevins is our man because 3 years ago, he happened to wear mirrored sunglasses, right?
James Ray Sonny Blevins, male Caucasian, 36, brown and brown, 5'11", 165 pounds. That fits the description.
Drives a lot of guys.
Priors include possession of narcotics, 6 armed robberies, 4 in liquor stores.
Well, that's some partner you got there, a regular psychic, huh?
Identifying marks. Shark tattoo, back of the right hand. Ho, ho, ho. She's not psychic. She's good. Thank you, Jim. There is parole officer. Where is he?
Hey, Kinsabe. Split from here, I don't know, 2 months ago. And I'll tell you, I haven't had the pleasure since.
Well, why haven't you sworn out a warrant for his arrest?
It happens that I did. And it also happens that the last time I heard there was something like 300,000 outstanding warrants in the Big Apple. Huh? Is that right?
Yeah.
Sure it is. So when do you figure you'll get Blevins? Somewhere around maybe 1987?
We'll get to him this afternoon if you can tell us where he is.
Hey, like I told you, I don't have the man's address.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks a lot.
Hey,
Come on, let's
hey,
go.
look, could you work with us here, please? Lampel, huh? You gotta know something about the guy. Friends, hangouts, anything.
I don't know. Well, he's got a habit. I can tell you who his connection used to be.
Okay. That's a start.
Wait a second. Wait a second, will you? I think we should at least coordinate this with narcotics.
They'll never move the paperwork in time. Meanwhile, Blevins knocks over another liquor store.
Yeah, terrific. So, in the meantime, we hang our tails out there with no backup, right?
Bennett, all we're gonna do is sit in the car across the street from his connection's apartment. We wait. If he shows up, then we call some uniforms for backup. We go and we make a collar.
I don't like it.
You wouldn't like it if we had the National Guard for backup.
What?
I'm sick of arguing with you. I'm sick of pushing you. I'm gonna stake the place out tonight myself, with or without you. You know something? I don't think it makes a difference. Because you're a poor excuse for a partner. I'm going to the hospital. I'll take the train. Hey, hey! think I handled it wrong.
I didn't say that.
Well, what would you have done?
I'd have told him to get his act together and get lost.
That's what I told him. I'm going on my own.
You're a kid.
No, I'm not kidding. That's what you do, isn't it? Christine Cagney doesn't wait around for backup. She comes on like gangbusters. First one through the door. She even solves cases from a hospital bed.
Hey, Mary Beth, come on.
No, I'm killing myself here trying to solve this case, and you get the only solid leads laying on your back.
So?
So I know you're the one that got shot, but I'm hurting too.
Well, you think I don't know that? I do know that. It happened to us, and there's nothing I can do to fix it.
You want to be my partner?
Yes. Okay.
You fixed it. Jesus, it's worse than being married, huh?
How the hell do I know?
Well, you yell. Sometimes you yell, and then it clears the air.
Well, the air's pretty clear around here right now.
Do your nails. I gotta go.
Do me a favor.
What?
Don't go out there and try and prove anything tonight.
Oh, me?
So when's the last time you saw him? Okay. Thanks, Patty. Got 86 from Patty's last night.
If I know Charlie, he's hitting every bar on the west side.
What's the name of that cop bar near the old garden?
McGinty's, 49th and 8th. You think he's there?
Well, my guess is that he's working his way right up 8th Avenue. How does anybody eat this garbage?
Well, cottage cheese is protein, and the vegetables are roughage.
Paul, you think maybe one chili dog would make a difference?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, come on. One lousy chili dog.
Bert, a chili dog is suicide.
Scared me half to death.
How long you been here?
4 hours, 12 minutes.
Thought you could use some coffee.
Thanks.
Baklava?
No, thanks.
I, paid for it.
So the dying guy says to the priest, hey, at this point, I don't want to antagonize anyone, huh? Hey, Mick, do it again, will you?
I gotta go, Charlie.
Where you going? Where you going? Somebody was shanking it even. Where you going? Hey, Bert, hey.
How you doing, Johnny?
You don't get down here too much anymore. What are you drinking?
Oh, no, I didn't come over here for a drink.
Well, you still on duty? Hey, one little nip won't hurt you. Half these guys
Johnny.
get their nose in a pail.
Johnny. Huh. Why haven't you been to see your daughter?
Hey, you know, she's really more your daughter now than mine, Bert.
Come on, there's a lot of garbage.
Walking in that hospital room the other night, Bert. She had on tubes coming out of her. My heart fell on the floor, Bert. I couldn't handle it.
So you hide out in a bar getting loaded? That's a lousy way to face it.
I couldn't stand seeing her like that, Bert. She's my baby.
She's my baby and she hurt and I can't make her go away. Ain't nothing I can do for her.
I'll tell you what you can do for it, Charlie. You can go home and sober up. And tomorrow, first thing, you put a smile on that dumb Irish mug of yours, and you go to that hospital and you see your daughter.
That's our boy.
Sure.
How many junkies could there be in the city of New York with mirrored sunglasses and a bad leg?
This is Bennett and Lacey, 14th. We need uniform backup at 138th and Fletcher. Do you copy?
138th and Fletcher.
10-4.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sure. Are you cold?
I'm glad you're here.
Beats watching the Late Show. Damn it. He's leaving already.
You must have missed his connection.
Wait a second. It's a busy night.
They're picking up the cash.
Uh-uh. We'll never catch him in this heat. Give me a hat.
What are you doing?
Cover me.
Hey, Sonny! Hey, wait up, man. Hey, baby. Stay cool. It's me. Hey, Sonny.
Who is that guy?
Hey, man.
He's a nerd, man.
Hey, leave me, go!
Hey, son.
Leave me go, I don't want to hurt you! Don't do it, Sonny, or I swear I'll take out the game. Get your hands where I can see them. Don't breathe. Get on the car. Get on the car! What were you doing?
I never could stand high-speed chases. They make me car sick.
Pat him down. What do you think? They're gorgeous. How did you con your doctor into letting you out on Friday? We negotiated. Did you ever look at his teeth? They're perfect. I don't believe this. Well, I got this thing about teeth. Anyway, I gotta come back for a checkup. And then about my scar. Listen, Mary Beth, I figured while I was with the plastic surgeon, you know, as long as he's in the area, what do you think if I have a little... Christine? Well, it's a thought. Sal Samuels. Is he in a better mood? No, worse. He lost about 3-4 pounds, and he was sweating off the rest. And then a new memo came in extending the deadline 4 weeks. What? Yeah, well, the commissioner went to Bahamas. He put on 6 pounds. Then I gotta go. We got the Blevins arraignment at noon. It was a good caller. You figured it out, Christine. Yeah, but you nailed him. Well, I was being exactly like you. Obsessive and relentless. So you missed me? No. I don't want to see your face around the precinct for a week. I thought maybe a couple of hours. 1 week. 1 week. Goodbye.
Dr. Kern, call pediatrics. Dr. Kern, call pediatrics.
Can I come in? Sorry, I ain't been around. I've been kind of busy. How you feeling?
Fine.
Hey, tell me you're gonna get out of here day after tomorrow.
I'm a lousy patient.
Oh, yeah? Well, you always were. I remember when you were a little girl, your mother would keep you home from school because of a cold or something. You'd raise holy hell. Chrissy, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. You were busy.
So, you hear the Yankees are looking for a new right-handed relief pitcher? I don't get that one, boy. I mean, they got a guy in the bullpen now who could throw an aspen right through a stone wall.
Charlie. Give me those flowers. They're wilting.
My guy is a senior citizen living on a government pension. Your guy works in a bar.
Oh, right. He works in a bar, so let's lock him up.
Your guy turns out to be a convicted confidence man.
So I am suing your department, ladies, and the lottery.
You spent $2 million in 11 months?
You always like the flakes.
I wish I could be arrested right now and locked away forever.
Are you trying to confess, sir?
Would you like us to call your attorney?
You lent the suspect $50?
We both agree that he's innocent.
Let's hope so.
Oh, nice doggy.
I got a badge here somewhere.
Oh, this is awful, Christine. It wasn't just the one charity. I had a whole lot of other receipts in here. I told you not to do your own taxes. No wonder you're being audited. Thank you, Christine. I never, ever do my own taxes. Well, usually have a man do them, but... Yes, Victor?
You're getting audited, huh? No kidding.
No kidding.
By the IRS?
No, Victor. They're being audited by the Department of Agriculture.
Hey, Cagney, I got a question for you. If you could have any dog that you wanted, what kind of dog would you pick?
This is a trick question.
No, really. The annual dog show at the Garden opens this week. Just on my mind.
Victor, you've never been interested in dog shows.
Sometimes I like
What
to
is this? One of those personality tests out of your magazines? You ask me what kind of dog I like, and I'll say, oh, Doberman Pinscher. And you'll say, hey, guys, Cagney just said a Doberman Pinscher.
No, it's really just for me. Hey, Coleman. Cagney said Doberman Pinscher.
Anyway, what happened with your tax man?
Oh, he got off probation. I moved to South Carolina.
Off probation? You had an ex-con doing your taxes?
He was a very good worker, Christina. We never got audited before. I was very worried.
Cagney Lacey.
Good morning, sir.
Huh?
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, good morning. Listen, you two are up. Just took a call about a crime at the lottery office. Let's see, Mrs. Burnside there.
What kind of crime?
She said she would explain to the detectives when they get there. So get there.
Yes, sir.
Lotteries are held all over the country, all over the world. Why does this have to happen to me? Bet the state lotteries never had this problem.
Now, what exactly is it that happened, Mrs. Burnside?
Right. Well, this particular lottery was drawn almost 1 full year ago, and 2 winners were paid already, $2 million apiece. We put out a news release that the time limit is almost up, and now these 2 men are each presenting winning tickets.
So good for them, right?
They both get $2 million.
The problem is there were only 3 winning tickets printed. One of those 2 men out there is attempting to perpetrate a fraud.
Have a seat.
So,
Then after Charlene died, I had to sell everything, you know, to pay the doctors, and then I moved into the projects. It's not a nice neighborhood.
I see, sir. And you purchased a ticket at your local newsstand?
Yeah, I must have. I mean, doesn't it say on the ticket, isn't there a special code or something?
Well, I don't know, but if there is, we'll check on that, too.
Now you say you got this ticket as a gift?
Oh, yeah, it's a funny story. See, this bar I work in, the Glide Inn, gets sort of a mixed bunch. So this guy, his name is Tommy. He comes in a few months back, he has a couple of belts, and then he reaches in his pocket to give me a tip. Only thing, he's flat busted, see?
I see.
Yeah, so all he had is this old lottery ticket, all gummy and wrinkled up. Forgot he even had it. Then he gives it to me as a tip. Was I sore? So I got it framed and hung it over the bar. The worst tip I ever got. Can you beat that?
Well, it fits.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong, is there, officer? I do get the money, don't I?
Oh, yes, sir. Winners do get paid. But we have to clear up a few things first, all right?
Okay.
Now, you had this ticket all along and you didn't know it.
It's lucky I never threw anything away.
This Tommy, do you remember his last name?
Listen, at the Glide Inn, you ask a guy his last name, he don't come back.
Okay. No last name. Mm-hmm.
And you missed the drawing on TV.
I don't have a TV. There's one down at the senior center, but I don't like to go down there after dark.
Uh-huh. What about the newspaper?
Well, I had to let my subscription run out. It was too much money. And I don't have any friends or family even to tell me. That is the winning number, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir. That's the right number.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I always managed to get by, you know, but, well, 40 years with the U.S. Postal Service, I always thought that would be enough. With my pension and all. Funny, it sure isn't.
Sir, forgive me for asking this, but I was wondering, if you have so little money, sir, how is it that you can afford to buy all these lottery tickets?
Well, it's probably foolish, I know, but an old man's got to have a dream.
Yes, sir.
Oh, why does this have to happen to me? I'm not a bad person. What did I do to deserve this?
It'll work out, Mrs. Burnside. Now, let me ask you something. Don't the tickets have a magnetic strip on them like a credit card to prevent forgery?
No, that was the old lottery. The new ones just have the computer code number. That's why this is such a mess.
Wait. Why can't the two tickets be verified on the computer?
Because the computer dumped the coding data.
I beg your pardon?
Dumped, erased. Happened about 10 months ago. Oh, I don't know. It was a freak accident. It hasn't happened again. I mean, it was an accident. But you think that they will remember that? Oh, no. It was my lottery, so it will be my mistake. And there go my chances for a seat on the Racing and Wagering Board.
The lab will pick up on the forgery.
What will I tell the newspapers? What will I tell the board? It's not my fault.
Of course not.
All I said was your guy looked like a weasel.
My guy is a sweet old post. My money's on your guy.
My guy? How much?
It's a figure of speech, Christine.
You said your money was on my guy. How much? 20 bucks?
$20? No.
10? 5? $5 says your guy did it.
My guy is a senior citizen living on a government pension. Your guy works in a bar.
Oh, right. He works in a bar, so let's lock him up. $5, Mary Beth.
All right, Christine. $5 says it was your guy.
Got it. Still say it's your guy.
It was not my guy.
$5.
Oh, what am I talking about, my guy? He's not my guy. He's not my guy.
Where is it? Do you know where it is? No, they're gonna kill us, Mary Beth. They're gonna kill us.
Harvey, would you calm down? It's not like we're some big-time tax evaders.
Oh, you don't understand, Mary Beth. These guys, they're killers. They are trained to spot the tiniest little mistake, and once they do, that is it.
What is this?
What is what? MOS, trailer rental, that's movable office space, the job at the Center Boulevard. Oh!
What?
No. We use that trailer for poker on Friday nights.
So?
Don't you see? I mean, the rest of the time it was strictly for business. I mean, if they disallow a deduction this size, Somebody must have ratted.
Why would they do that, Harvey?
The reward, Mary Beth. The reward. That's how they operate. I am telling you, these guys go for the throat.
Sweetheart, do you think maybe you're getting a little crazy here?
This could be a penalty of $500 or $600 right there. Oh, one more thing. When we get there tomorrow, do not put your hands on the chair arms.
Why not?
Because they have little sensors in them to measure your skin response to see whether you are lying or not. Oh, no, they do, Mary Beth. I heard.
7:30 break.
Yeah. Can't people hold on to their perks around here? What the hell are you doing?
I'll have to call you.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
No, you're shouting.
Yeah, I do that when people rifle through my desk. Now stand up. Who's your arresting officer?
How about you? You're pretty arresting.
Oh, a comic, too. Huh? Remove the hat and stand up.
Say pretty, please.
There's one item missing from my desk. You are dead meat.
You can search me and find out. How about strip search?
It's Becky. Want to put a leash on this one?
Who is he?
I thought he was your perp.
Maybe I should introduce myself. Jonah Newman. I'm a detective, 3rd grade.
Detective, 3rd grade. You look like you're in the 3rd grade.
And who are you?
Sergeant Cagney. And what were you doing going through my desk? What, do you always make yourself at home in other people's squad rooms?
This is home, Sergeant. I was just assigned to the 14th. I am the new kid on the block.
Lucky us. The detective who can't even find his desk. Check it out with Coleman.
You always like that?
Nah. Some days she can really give you a hard time.
Hey, kid.
All right, Christine, what are you thinking?
What?
Well, I have to meet Harvey at the Federal Building, 10:55, and I'm not sure about this outfit.
What's wrong with it? You look very nice.
Well, maybe I should have worn something older so they shouldn't think I'm some kind of a clothes horse.
Gloves?
Oh, well, Harvey heard from this fella. Don't ask.
Harvey's really got you spooked about this audit.
Now, what are you doing?
Got the lab report on the lottery tickets. Findings negative. Both exhibits fall within normal parameters for fiber and ink content. No detectable forgery indicated. So much for this being a quick case.
Oh, what about the case files on Messrs. Phelps and Carstairs?
Starting on that.
Oh, there's nothing on Mr. Carstairs. A couple of parking tickets. What are you doing?
Remind me never to bet again.
Oh, what do you know? Your guy turns out to be a convicted confidence man.
How come you forgot to mention the 3 to 5 you did at Dannemora?
Yeah, okay, I served a little time. So did John Mitchell.
A little time. Summary probation in 1969, 2 counts of fraud in 1970, 6 bunco arrests for various confidence games in 1971, 8 months in men's hall, and then, of course, there was the long stretch for trying to play the big con.
I never was cut out for the big con. My best trick was the magic wallet. I've been clean for 15 years now.
Hey, Big Al, Scotch here.
At this hour, you have breakfast? Know what that does to your stomach?
You're right. Scotch milk.
Someone else is gonna have to make us drink. Afraid we'll have to take you in. I'm sorry.
Come on, I'm telling you the truth. This guy, Tommy, gave me the ticket as a tip.
Oh, yeah, the famous Tommy, who does not happen to be around to back up your story.
Listen, please don't do this to me. I got 20% of this place. It took me a lot of years of living straight to do it, but I did. Now, finally, I get my lucky break on the square. You gotta believe me.
Go ahead, make your drink.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
I think he's telling the truth. I know when somebody's lying.
And I don't?
All right, Beth, besides, we don't even have enough to take him in on in the first place.
You're a soft touch, Christine.
Yeah, well, don't let it get around. Besides, I got $5 on it.
Just the 2 dependents?
Until next year.
We're having another dependent.
Baby.
Oh, that's very nice. I envy you. Doesn't look like I'm ever going to get married, have kids. Nobody wants to date an internal revenue inspector. No, I mean it. This is a horrible job. People hate coming here.
Not us. We got nothing to hide.
Oh, now be honest. Weren't you just dreading coming in here?
No, I mean, it's our civic duty, right?
My mother wanted me to be a dentist, but I couldn't. Couldn't stand the thought of hurting people. So I got a degree in accounting, and I applied to the government for a nice, secure desk job. And they put me here. You know the people who were in here just before you, sitting right there, you know what they told me?
What's that, sir?
Told me they said, this is like pulling teeth. Isn't that something? Irony.
Well, it's been pretty painless for us.
So far.
Now, let's see. Oh, Mrs. Lacey is a police detective. That's a very interesting job. People like policemen.
Criminals don't like us.
No, I guess not. Then they dread meeting you as much as people dread meeting me, huh?
I'm in the construction business.
Oh, that's a very interesting job. Lots of places that take deductions with that job. You can hide all kinds of expenses, and there's almost no way to verify the cost.
No, Mr. Bittenberger. Bender.
Thank you.
I thought I had all those receipts. I mean, I really want to pay every penny I owe to the government.
Well, but you don't want to pay any more than you owe, do you?
I don't mind. No, I mean...
Bittenbender.
He seemed very nice, Harvey.
That was an act, Mary Beth. This is just the first interview. Wait till the next time. That's when we see the teeth.
He didn't say anything about another interview.
Does the matador tell the bull about the sword? What's the matter?
Yeah.
What?
Come on. We're gonna play post office.
I was thinking of getting Betty a dog. She likes the shaggy Batman kind.
Oh, those are okay.
Annual Canine Classic. Hey, Victor, maybe I'll go with you.
Oh, you'd probably be bored.
No, I love dogs, really.
Let me explain to you another way, Coleman. If you want to go, go. But I am going alone. That way I can leave whenever and with whoever I want. Got it?
Oh, I get it. You're afraid maybe I'm going to cramp your style. Is that it?
Not cramp, Coleman. Kill.
Why is your partner so into dog shows all of a sudden?
He says dog shows are the place to meet a better rate of chicks. That was a direct quote.
Market? He was an engraver.
The tax guy was an engraver?
What? No, my guy.
Wait a minute, what guy?
We were at the Federal Building, and I saw this sign for the Personnel Department.
Yeah?
Old Mr. Carstairs, he's retired from the Postal Service, all right. But what he actually did was, he's a master engraver.
You're kidding.
No. He's even kind of famous there. He was really good. He did this one stamp that's a bird, and it's so real that it seems to turn its head and looks at you wherever you go. They got it there in a case. It's really kind of creepy.
Does that mean I won?
Yeah, well, we've been looking for someone who could forge a lottery ticket so well, the lottery guys themselves couldn't spot the forgery, right?
Nice. Real nice. Sergeant Cagney, 14th. Well, wait a minute. We slow down a minute? Who? The ticket's locked up. Who's got a gun? Wait, hello? Hello? He hung up. Oh, my guy. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. We got a hostage coming out. He's clear. Get him. Go. Go. Come on. Around the corner here. Move. Come on. Good.
One team in position, sir.
That's the last customer, sir.
Roger, last customer's out. He let the customers go, but he says the bartender owes him. He's got a gun, and he's going to kill Phelps if he doesn't pay up.
His name's Tommy. He gave Phelps a $2 million lottery ticket as a tip.
I'll tell him you're coming in. I'm going to start 2 female detectives in there. Watch the windows.
Okay, Tommy. That's your name, isn't it? Tommy? The ladies are here. They're coming in now. Just stay calm in there, and this will come out okay. No trouble. Just stay calm in there. All right. We just want to work this out. No trouble. So stay calm in there, Tommy. All right? Just be cool.
You have the ticket?
Ticket's not much good to you this way, is it, Tommy?
You said they'd have the ticket.
They do. Now, let's just keep calm, pal.
I'm Mary Beth Lacey, Mr.
Van Dusen. Everybody calls me Tommy. It's my ticket. I bought it, and I gave it to him in lieu of a tip. It's only fair I should get half. He owes me.
Tommy, what happens now?
Well, I get the ticket, see? And then I'll tear it in half, and then we'll have to cooperate.
Cooperate with that.
Folks, you want to move back there? Okay, recon, unit 1, clear that sucker from the roof.
I tell you, that was pretty convincing corroboration for my guy's story.
I already gave you the $5, Christine. Thank you. And how do we know it wasn't a put-up job?
Tommy just had his head split open.
$2 million buys a lot of stitches.
Don't be a sore loser, Mary Beth. We both know he was your guy.
That's not fair. Who's going to look after him?
Maybe you should have thought of that before, Mr. Corses.
Well, I don't understand what all the fuss is about.
Well, you did try to defraud the lottery out of $2 million.
I just made the ticket. I didn't get any money.
I'm afraid you're missing the point, sir.
Where's the harm? No, Maxie, be still. It's all right. It's all right. And the money was just sitting there, and I didn't even get any.
Well, I think we're gonna have to go downtown, Mr. Carstairs.
But who's going to take care of Maxie?
Good afternoon, Mrs. Burnside.
Well, that was certainly quick.
Quick, ma'am.
I just this minute put down the phone from calling your office. Didn't they reach you?
No, they didn't. Is there a problem?
You see that man? Just when I think there's nothing else that can go wrong, he walks in with this. Another winning ticket.
Hank Stevens, and Harv, you wouldn't believe it. Even the hospital staff call him Hard Luck Hank.
Wait a minute, what is so tough about winning the lottery?
No, honey, here's a guy that leaves his lawyer's office after filing for divorce and buys himself a lottery ticket to cheer himself up, and as he's walking away from the newsstand, gets hit by a crosstown bus and winds up for 3 months in a coma. No, that's not funny,
Oh, no,
Harvey.
okay. Did you check all this out?
Yeah, happened just the way he said. The vendor remembered him because of the ambulances. No, honey, he's a witness. And the inventory of his property at the hospital shows the lottery ticket.
Yeah. Okay, so at least he is in the clear, am I right?
Well, yeah, but somebody else still forged the ticket.
You eliminated the bartender?
No, no one is eliminated, Harvey. It's a matter of finding a forger.
Yes, you already found your forger.
One forger. So the thing with Tommy could have been a put-up job, but I don't know.
Okay, so what now?
So tomorrow we go and check out the first 2 winners. Maybe one of them is fishy.
But they've already been paid. Isn't it a little late?
Yes.
I think think it's the guy in the hospital. His alibi is too perfect.
Honey, that's what a perfect alibi means, that you didn't do it.
Yes, but nevertheless...
$5.
You're on. Let me ask you a question. What would you do if you won $2 million?
First, I'd take care of taxes. Then $250,000 each into trust funds for the boys. And a separate fund for the baby at $300,000 because of inflation. And $100,000 into blue chip securities, $100,000 into bonds, state, not city. And another $100,000 into a real solid mutual. Then we buy a house. Outright, no mortgage. And then the rest into a pension fund for the two of us, except maybe $2,000 or $3,000 mad money.
You sure?
Okay, I thought about it. So?
Come here.
What?
Please, sit down. Please. Let me put it a different way. What would you do with $600?
Oh, I don't know, Harvey. That's an entirely different thing. What? What are you smiling at?
Waiting all day to tell you. Results of the audit. I found out this afternoon. We are getting back a $600 tax refund.
Refund?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
You're sure it isn't some kind of a trick?
No, no trick. This is the first time this year they are giving money back. The guy, Bender, he said it's going to cost him his job.
Oh, the poor man?
No, he's happy for us. He wants to get into a different line of work anyway.
One for each dollar.
3,
4. And of course, Harvey wants to spend all the money right away.
Well, why not? It's found money.
Well, it's easy for you to think like that, Christine. You got the trust fund and all. I can't be like that.
Be like what, Mary Beth? It's only $600. You can spend more than that on a TV set.
No, I can't. We need every penny, Christine. I got another kid on the way. That's a major expense that keeps on being expensive.
What does Harvey want to buy?
Oh, he wants to hire a babysitter and go to the Poconos for the weekend. You know, rent a cabin, see the shows, like we did 9 months before Hawk Jr. was born.
Well, that's nice.
Actually, he's got a point. You know, I mean, when a new baby comes, you can't go out for a while, like a couple years.
So go.
No, I can't. I can't. See, when I was growing up, we didn't have any money, and well, I don't know. The thing about money is maybe too deep in me. I don't know. Harvey was so excited about maybe going somewhere. And I love to see him like that because he's so cute. And then I got to thinking that I haven't seen him like that for a long time.
Oh, there it is. Nice house.
She was the first one to claim the prize, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes? Mrs. Alberta Edwards?
You're the detectives who phoned?
Yes, I'm Sergeant Cagney. This is Detective Lacey. May we come in, please?
We've been waiting 45 minutes. This is Mr. Irwin Elias, my attorney. I asked him to be here.
Since the Lottery Commission attached Mrs. Edwards' property, we feel it may turn into a matter that will require some litigation.
Oh, believe me, ma'am, this is the first we heard about attaching property.
It hardly matters, does it? The fact remains that everything my client owns has been frozen by the courts until such time as the matter is resolved.
In plain English, every hour, every day that this mess remains unsolved, you're hurting my family.
Well, Mrs. Edwards, we're trying to clear that up now.
Don't you understand? We have no money. And even if I could get my old job back, it will take my yearly salary to meet my new monthly expenses. So I am suing your department, ladies, and the lottery.
Nice talking with you.
Don't you see, ma'am, this business of attaching everything belonging to the suspects isn't exactly making our investigation any easier.
Not my fault. The board decided on that. Nobody even asked me. I'm a woman, so I don't get asked my opinion.
Well, we have 2 tickets already paid, and then we have poor Mr. Stevens, the bus victim, and the ex-con bartender. One of them is dirty.
And Les, there has been an error. Now, could you have printed up 4 winning tickets instead of 3 by mistake?
No, the printing of the tickets is done by the computer, and it's very closely guarded, almost as tightly as the drawing itself.
Well, then what about the drawing? Could someone have rigged the numbers in advance?
Don't even think that! There are 4 sets of balls. They are weighed and sealed under our eyes and those of an independent auditing firm before and after, and then the drawing is held on live television. Actually, there was one case of a man trying to palm the balls. He was an amateur magician, but that was before I came here. That had nothing to do with me.
Well, no one is blaming you, Mrs. Burnside.
Ha! That's what you think. The Racing and Wagering Commission is going to have my head for this. I hate this. I should have taken that job with Luxury Cruises. I'd have gotten free travel.
Well, ma'am, I'm afraid we're back to one of the 4. Mrs. Edwards, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Phelps, and Mr. What is the other guy's name?
Mr. Sycamore?
Hey, call me Claude.
All right, Claude.
Listen, can I get you ladies something, maybe, huh?
No, not for me, thanks.
You know, there's been a little mix-up with the lottery.
Doesn't affect me much, though, does it?
You haven't gotten the court order yet?
No. What for?
Well, sir, it's very likely that you will be getting such an order. I'm afraid that the lottery is attaching all of the money and the property of the winning ticket holders.
It's true.
Who cares?
Now, this is very serious, Mr. Sycamore.
I haven't got it anymore. I haven't got it. Hey, Sally. Oh, here, girl. You haven't met my Sally. Look at those big brown eyes. Is this a face? Is this a face?
Very cute. If we could get back to the money, Mr. Sycamore.
You know, this dog is a champion. But don't tell her. I mean, you know how stars get.
About the money. You're kidding, aren't you?
No. I spent it.
You spent $2 million in 11 months?
It didn't take that long. You see, after taxes, which are heavy because I took this all in one lump, well, there were bills and business loans and debts. Most of it went on wine, women, and song, I guess you'd say. The rest was... The rest was wasted. Oh, but we had some fun. We had some fun, didn't we, girl? Sweet.
I'm agonizing over $600. He sits there smiling over how he blew $2 million.
Well, it's not as bad as he said at first. I mean, he built up that little food company. What was that cutesy name? Wanna Bite Industries. Could have been a strong thing. He just had bad luck.
Yeah, but he doesn't even care. That's what kills me. He's a flake.
I don't know. Maybe it's not such a bad attitude to have. What are you gonna do, cry about it?
What's the matter with you, Christine? It's $2 million.
Beth, remember that TV series, The Millionaire? It is an example of how that kind of money can sometimes ruin people's lives. Listen, at least this guy enjoyed it.
You like this man. Oh, you always like the flakes. You notice that?
That is not true, Mary Beth. Just seems that way.
Oh, Mr. Stevens, how are you, sir?
How's the investigation coming?
It's progressing, sir. Are you all right?
It's like a nightmare that won't end. I don't know how much more I can stand.
Well, why don't you sit down,
Oh.
Miss Stevens?
Thank you. I wish I could be arrested right now and locked away forever.
Mr. Stevens, are you trying to confess, sir?
Would you like us to call your attorney?
A lawyer. That's all I need is another lawyer. Court order. You know about the court order?
Yes, sir, we do.
Well, on top of that, my ex-wife is trying to get her hands on the prize money. Her lawyer said that I owned the ticket before the divorce became final.
Oh.
And
I can't cash a check. I got zero credit. Can't buy my medicine. I'm hungry. I've been locked out of my apartment. So if I was arrested, at least I could eat and have a place to sleep until the investigation is over. So I was wondering, is there some kind of minor crime I could commit? Just a small one?
Okay, I just got off the phone with the woman from the lottery.
Mrs. Burnside.
Yeah, and she got word back from that computer company upstate.
And?
And she said that this time it is as conclusive as you can get. The first ticket, the woman called Mrs. Alberta Edwards presented her ticket before there was that computer screw-up.
Dump.
What?
Dump. It's a computer-ease, Lieutenant, meaning a massive discharge of memory. Mrs. Burnside explained that to us. Dump. Sorry.
Anyway, the point is that her ticket was the only one of the 5 tickets that was able to be computer verified. And it was. So she is in the clear.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're glad, Lacey. We are delighted. We got no case here.
Oh, no, what I meant was, sir, that I'm glad Mrs. Edwards has been eliminated because that narrows the list of our possible suspects, sir.
Right. So run it down.
Well, with Mrs. Edwards eliminated, we're looking at the bartender, the flake in Jersey who already spent the money, and Hard Luck Hank.
Who?
Mr. Stevens.
I hope it's not him. I loaned him $50.
You lent the suspect $50?
No, well, that was my fault,
Well, no,
sir.
it
you
was a
see.
judgment call, Lieutenant. We both agree that he's innocent.
Let's hope so.
I got a gut feeling it's the flake, sir.
Nope. Now I think it was the bartender.
The bartender, he was your guy.
Unless it was Claude.
Wait, is Claude the flake?
Yes, sir.
Well, no, he's not a flake, Lieutenant. He's different.
Yeah, different flake. And anyways, the bartender has Tommy to back him up.
See, I think that was a setup job.
That's what I said, Christine. Anyways, Tommy is in jail.
Yeah, but it's his first offense, Mary Beth. What the judge is going to do is going to slap his wrist, charge him a few bucks. He gets out, he splits the $2 million with Big Al, the con man.
Wait, who is Big Al?
Mr. Phelps.
What, so now you say it couldn't be Big Al?
Well, not if it's the flake, it couldn't.
Hey, I got such a headache. Look, I don't care if it is the flake or if it's the bartender or if it's your guy or if it's her guy. It's late. Go on home and come back to this thing with a fresh attitude tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
And at which time I would like to hear some straight answers.
Yes, sir.
Fine, Lieutenant.
He's a kicker.
Yeah. Yeah, more than the other two. This one likes to work out. Harvey? You really want another boy?
I don't know. I haven't thought much about it.
Well, you keep saying him.
It's habit. I love whatever we have.
Yeah, I know. I just wonder sometimes what it'd be like to have a little girl.
Different.
I saw a little girl in the park the other day. Little doll. And she had a dress about that big. My father was putting her on the carousel. Made me think about you.
It did?
Yeah, the way you looked at her. Like she was the most precious thing in all the world. I thought about you looking at our daughter like that.
Daughter, huh? Might be nice. Whole new ball game.
Yeah. Good night, baby.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night, baby.
Oh.
You're sexy when you're pregnant.
Yeah, sure.
I mean it. More cleavage, more stuff.
Yeah, more everything.
More the merrier.
Harvey, stop that. In a while. You know what's wrong here? We've been looking for 2 master forgers.
What do you mean?
Well, look it. Carstairs was the first time that a lottery ticket had been forged so well it could be detected, right?
Right.
Okay, so what are the odds that on the same lottery, a second ticket would be forged with the same perfection? 2 master forgers at the same time? That bothers me.
Yeah, but what are our choices?
I don't know, so it doesn't seem logical.
Guess who finessed the afternoon off?
Oh, please don't bore us with your hot dates, okay, Miss Becky?
No, I am going to the dog show.
You gonna be in it?
Yeah, a Doberman fanny pincher.
Go ahead, you two laugh. But who's got the afternoon off?
Cocker Spaniels!
Christine!
That's it! Mary Beth, that's the connection we've been looking for. The old guy and Claude, they both have Cocker Spaniels.
Oh, that's good, Christine. We can go right to grand jury with that.
I am telling you, Mary Beth, they both have show dogs.
You spelled it wrong.
Can't you find your desk yet?
No. It is not one of B-I-T-E Industries. It's one of B-Y-T-E Industries. You know, like the computers? Yeah, a friend of mine who bought stock told me it was stupid, but wouldn't listen to me.
Computers. That's it. Claude is in...
What?
Claude is into computers. What if he tapped into the lottery's computer and he dumped the memory?
Huh?
Exactly. Didn't you see War Games?
Who are you? Come on, let's go. Mary Beth, come on, let's go. Hurry up.
Fine, okay. I'm coming. Where?
This is the first call for Old English sheepdogs. Old English sheepdogs, your breed is to be judged in ring 3.
I had no idea dog shows were this big a deal.
Oh, yeah, this is the big deal annual showing, which means it was held at the exact same time last year. Same time as the lottery drawing.
Christine?
Clean up in ring 5. Clean up in ring 5, please.
Oh.
Mr. Sycamore? Hello there, Mr. Sycamore. You remember us?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What are you two doing here?
Oh, Sally. Hiya, girl. Hey, how you doing? Oh. Mary Beth, Sally has a new friend.
Wheaten Terriers, ring 1.
Hiya, Maxie.
Oh, you know Maxie?
Oh, yes. We've met.
Going down?
You know what was throwing us? We kept looking for 2 master forgers, each with 1 perfect forgery. Silly. There never were 2 master forgers. There was 1 master forger, and he made 2 tickets. Am I right, sir?
You and Carstairs met here last year. We checked. We know you were both here. And the 2 of you came up with the idea. He makes the perfect ticket with a winning number. You use your computer to dump the lottery computer's memory. Then you present the winning ticket, and the computer can't verify it.
Fascinating theory.
Isn't it?
We just talked with Mr. Carstairs at Rikers.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir, we did.
Sycamore?
And he was very informative. He told us that he didn't get much out of the split. It seems that you used most of the funds by yourself. Alimony and gambling debts, that computer company of yours. Wasn't much left for him. And he couldn't exactly come to the police about it now, could he, sir? How am I doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, he was a little cranky about it.
I'll bet.
But I never thought he'd forge another ticket.
Afghan hound. Afghan hound.
Maxie. Fingered by a paw. You know what? Here.
Oh, don't run here. All right, Claude. Has security sealed yet? I'm the cops. How can I get in touch with security?
Watch it. Excuse me.
Police, coming through. Very sorry. Pardon, sir.
I got a bench here somewhere.
Hey, oh.
I'm very, excuse me. Thank you. Sorry, dog.
He does have great lines.
It's a she.
Oh, believe me, Lisa, I do know the difference.
Watch it. Hang on here. We'll just... Thank you.
Oh, nice dog.
Excuse me. Hold, police!
Be right back.
Police, coming through! Okay!
Hasn't made it to an exit. None of my men have spotted him.
Well, keep looking, sir. Hello, Victor. We lost him.
Hey, lady, we better do something about these dogs,
Well,
huh?
what do you want me? Oh, terrific. Oh, come on.
Go, go.
Terrific.
Michael wanted me to read him a bedtime story. He hasn't done that in forever. What are you looking for?
Those brochures on the Darcy cabin resorts.
I took him.
You did? What for?
$3 days, bought and paid for.
You're kidding. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. I opened an account at the bank this morning. It was going to be a surprise.
Baby Lacey. Harvey, you're the best.
It's one of those special deals. You can't get your money back without substantial forfeiture and all that stuff.
But Harvey, the trip is not refundable either.
Yeah, the check's going to bounce.
You know what this is like? This is just like that story where she sells her hair and he sells his watch.
Oh, no, baby. Hey, we'll borrow till payday. It'll be okay.
No, it's just that you bought me what I wanted. I bought you what you wanted, and it's so romantic, Harvey.
I always want what you want.
Yeah. You really wanted to take me to the mountains for a romantic weekend. Even when I'm pregnant, I feel like a whale.
Yes.
Oh, Harvey.
Oh, God, I love you, Mary Beth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a man out there who is victimizing handicapped persons.
I would like to help you find him. I don't like hearing that one of my officers was rude.
It was Peters who was rude to me. Do you know him in buddies or something?
Sure. We go bowling together.
And then you talk that way about somebody who's handicapped.
Such a jerk. Well, what is it then? I don't know if I can handle this relationship. Lieutenant, this is a very important case.
There's still no reason to put you out as decoy.
Come on, baby. You're going for a little ride down the stairs.
Cagney, I need a woman's opinion.
It's Becky. I'm up to my ears in this case, okay? Later.
Come on. This is my first baby shower. Marcus. Marcus. Take a look at this, huh? Hat, huh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Guns?
Uh-huh.
Vest?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's you, Victor.
Yeah.
Ted Peters requests Sergeant Cagney.
Again? Would you just tell Peters I'll call him later?
I have, every time he's called. Now, you can do it personally,
What's he here?
in the parking bay. All I know is he asked Maccabee to send you out here. Maccabee asked Connie. Connie asked me.
What, he can't find the front door?
I don't explain him, I just deliver him.
Mr. Peters! Where the hell are you? And why
Why the hell didn't I come into the building? Well, I'll ask the truck driver why he's blocking this ramp.
Sorry you were inconvenienced.
Oh, I'm sorry you were. Ted Peters.
Sergeant Cagney,
You know, you really should be wearing a coat.
I didn't expect this to take long.
Oh, you thought you could just come down here, ask me why I've been calling you? Tell me to stop and be back at your desk in 30 seconds.
I figure 20. What is it you want, Mr. Peters?
I want to know why you haven't gotten anywhere with these wheelchair muggings.
You want an update on my case?
I have called you 5 times.
Look, Mr. Peters, when I crack this case, then I will have something concrete to tell you. But as it stands now, I'm very cold, and there's a man out there who is victimizing handicapped persons. And the sooner I get back to my desk, the faster we will have him off the streets, if you'll excuse me.
Sergeant Cagney, I would like to help you find him. I'm with the Isley Foundation, Washington, D.C. Maybe you heard of us? We operate centers for people with disabilities. Now, we have resources in our New York branch that might be very useful for you.
Mr. Peters, I am on this investigation. I am also late for an interview regarding this investigation. But I promise you, should I hit a snag, I will certainly be in touch.
Being in a wheelchair, I know how people in my situation can get into trouble.
One of them is telling me how to do my job. Now, I do appreciate concerned citizens.
But no one likes a pain in the neck.
Exactly.
So, don't be a pain in the neck. Good day, Sergeant.
I don't like hearing that one of my officers was rude.
If anything, Inspector, it was Peters who was rude to me.
You know, this department has a policy of being responsive to all citizens.
Yeah, and that goes double for cripples.
Inspector, I think the term physically challenged or physically inconvenienced would be more appropriate.
Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, it was also implied that you're dragging your heels on this case.
That is not true. I spent all morning interviewing victims. I've been breaking my tail on this.
Well, that's not enough, Cagney. It may surprise you, but some of us here are concerned with the image of this department.
Right. Thank God Mr. Peters came to us instead of the press.
Yeah. Now, what I want you to do is apologize to Peters in person. I want you to answer all his questions, and I want you to continually update him until you break the case.
Assuming I do, with the time that's been left over for work.
Sergeant, I would appreciate less in the way of attitude and more in the way of results. Do I make myself clear? Oh, and Bert, for God's sakes, don't let that ramp get blocked again.
The reason I called, I wanted to apologize if I gave you the wrong impression this morning.
You mean to say you were really cold?
The police department is, of course, most eager to find the wheelchair mugger, and we thought you might like to know where we are on the case.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Most of the attacks occurred within a few blocks of where the victims live. I am running a computer check now to find out what else the victims have in common. We hope that that will tell us how the mugger finds his victims and then, in turn, lead us to the assailant.
Oh, what have those wondrous machines come up with?
So far, not much.
Mm-hmm.
But please know that solving this case is a top priority.
Yeah, how many cases you got, Sergeant? My guess is too many.
Look, Mr. Peters, I know what a threat this situation must pose to the physically challenged.
Oh, that's a nice euphemism. I'm partial to GIMP myself, but you can use whatever term makes you comfortable.
Nothing makes me feel comfortable about this case, okay? I just want to catch the guy and put him behind bars, and if my hunch is correct, the computer will make that connection today, and I will find the mugger tomorrow. And if that is not fast enough, that's the best that I can do.
Look, Sergeant, I know that you were told to come here, use acceptable words, and control your temper. You see, I understand how your brass operates.
Are you and Elman buddies or something?
Sure. We go bowling together.
You think you're funny?
I know I couldn't be a stand-up comic.
Well, you also couldn't be a detective, Mr. Peters. So why don't you just back off? Or roll off, or whatever it is you do.
Would you believe figure eights?
Mary Beth? What are you doing here?
I want to talk to you.
What about you?
If you say one word about my condition, Christine, I swear I'll hit you. I couldn't stay in that apartment another minute, even if I was having 10 babies.
Well, it's not
Now,
exactly
I don't
my
want to
best
sound
day either, I don't mind
ungrateful,
telling you.
Christine, but I hate the idea of this baby shower.
You're not supposed to know about that.
Well, I do, and I want you and Harvey to call it off.
Hey, you know I don't like baby showers. I don't go to baby showers, and I certainly don't throw them. You're the one who loves baby showers.
Other people's baby showers.
You know how many hours it took me to talk the guys into going to this
Now,
thing?
you see, that's exactly what I mean. They're going to be miserable, and I'm going to be miserable, and what's the point?
The point is they already bought their presents, and I spent a long time trying to pull this damn thing together, and I can't get the money back on the room.
Well, I appreciate the thought, Christine, but it's the wrong one.
Oh, please don't do this to me, Mary Beth. All right, I've had a rough day dealing with a concerned citizen, and I've had it.
You've had it? You're not 8 months pregnant.
That's the good news. At least there's some end in sight for you. I don't know how long I'm going to have to report to Peters.
Who is Peters?
He's this guy who leaned on Nelman, and now Nelman's leaning on me.
If you invited Nelman, I will never forgive you.
He wants everything his own way. Manipulates people, and he doesn't know how to take no for an answer. Why don't you tell me you didn't want a baby shower?
I did.
He thinks he's charming. I happen to think he's obnoxious.
Giving people parties they don't want, that's obnoxious.
He's also doing the one-liners all the time. Arrogant. You know that type? Are you listening to me?
Yes, I am.
I'm telling you, Mary Beth, if he weren't already in a wheelchair, I'd put him in one.
He's in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I told you that.
No, you didn't. You didn't mention that till now.
Well, he is. That's why I have to be nice to him. He's such a jerk.
First you sneak around planning baby showers, and then you talk that way about somebody who's handicapped.
Physically inconvenienced. Can you top that?
I am that. I'll use your bathroom.
Will you come to the shower?
Christine.
Will you come to the shower, please?
I'll be there. Feeling horrible. And I hope it makes you happy.
You better damn well look surprised.
So what you're telling me is the computer's come up dry.
One more run through the MO file is bound to turn up something.
And meanwhile, the mugger is still out there preying on easy targets.
I will find him. I just need a little more time. Now, what is one more week, Lieutenant?
Too much, that's what. The press is having a field day with this. If you don't come up with a lead by tomorrow, I assure you that Nelman's going to turn this over to the Borough Task Force.
He can't do that.
He can and he will, Cagney.
Lieutenant, I have done all the legwork on this thing. If Nelman turns it over to Task Force,
It won't look very good. So if I were you, I would come up with something else.
4 years ago, we were nothing more than a two-office storefront. Today, we got 50 employees, just as many services. We got vocational counseling, legal aid, travel agencies, a monthly newsletter. I tell you, sometimes it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Ted!
Angie.
You owe me dinner.
Oh, lobster mandarin Lynn's garden. I haven't forgotten. See that?
Call me.
I will. That was Angela Matheson, our public relations coordinator.
Tight-knit organization you run here.
Well, we don't like to discriminate against the able-bodied. Oh, Norma, did Bill call?
I left the message with the rest of your staff.
Could you give me the resource file, please?
Yeah, coming up.
What it is a list of wheelchair-accessible buildings, like theaters, restaurants, health clubs. Maybe we can come up with a common denominator.
You had mentioned a newsletter. Who has access to the mailing list?
Well, that's on a computer printout. Everyone that works here.
Well, may I look at that and a list of your employees?
Yeah, past and present.
Will you please get me a computer printout on Pierce Taxi, Queens? I'll check back following interview of witness.
10-4.
The hospital clerk said that you radioed for the ambulance. Did you see anyone else at the scene when you arrived?
No, just Mr. Jenkins lying on the sidewalk, all beat up.
You know what he was doing at that address?
Well, he was seeing this girl. You know what I mean.
Does he see this girl often?
Now, that's nobody's business but his lady.
Sergeant.
Look, I got a cab to clean up.
You have my sympathies, Mr. Kurtz, but I'm running an official investigation here, and all of the mugging victims have used your cab company on a regular basis.
What's the big deal? The word got around that we don't mind handling the wheelchairs. They're good tippers, so we don't have to mug them.
I wasn't suggesting that you do. Who takes the calls?
Well, that would be Jimmy the dispatcher. Now, wait a minute. You're not saying that Jimmy is a mugger, huh?
Could I just talk to Jimmy?
Sure, Sergeant. Hey, Jimmy, somebody out here wants to see you.
Jimmy?
I didn't think you'd still be here. But I bet you work as long and as hard as I do.
You've got a real competitive streak, don't you, Peters?
Thought I'd bring these by. Resource files for the tri-state area. Thought there'd be some help.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
How's it going?
Do you want the PR response, or do you want the truth?
Well, I like a woman who couldn't lie to me.
Okay, I found out that all the victims used the Pierce Taxi Company. That's terrific. Except that all the people at the Pierce Taxi Company check out. So I'm back to square one.
You look tired. I bet you haven't eaten.
Yeah. Oh. I was gonna get something on the way home.
I know a great Italian restaurant downtown, the Celli's. You ever hear of it?
No, but I'll try it sometime. Thanks.
No, I was talking about tonight. With me.
Well, I have to get up real early in the morning, and I have all of this work I haven't even done yet. But it was nice of you to ask me. Thank you.
No, I'm talking about great fettuccine here. You know, like Mama used to make. My mama never cooked.
I can't really, but thanks.
Your loss. And mine. You know what I'm gonna do to deal with this? I'm gonna go alone. And I'm gonna order the fettuccine and the lasagna. Can I use your phone?
Sure.
I bet you thought I was a guy who couldn't feel sorry for myself. I'll probably get bugged. Yeah, could you send a cab to the 14th Precinct Station House, please? And could you tell the driver that I'm in a wheelchair? Thank you.
Do you always say that? We know people monitor the police band, so maybe this guy's been monitoring the calls to the cab drivers.
Maybe he has. But there's still no reason to put you out as decoy.
What else are we gonna do, Lieutenant? Every lead has dead-ended. I think we've got to bring the man to us.
All the people in wheelchairs in this city. What do you think the odds are that he's going to pick the one guy who happens to be a cop?
So I'll take lots of cabs. I'll take lots and lots of cabs, and you can give me Petrie and his Becky as backup.
I can't take 3 detectives off the chart.
Lieutenant, this is a very important case. We told Nelman we would get results. I don't know how else to do it except go undercover.
I can't have this guy following you all the way back to your own apartment.
So maybe the department will rent me a place.
Maybe the department will send me to Europe.
She could stay at my place. I got an extra bedroom. And the building is wheelchair accessible.
No, thank you, Mr. Peters. I'm sorry, but you know, we don't like to have civilians involved in these kind of cases.
Well, I'll sign any release form you want. The apartment's free, and so are the lessons.
Lessons?
Yeah, she's going to have someone teach her how to maneuver one of these things. Slow. Turn! Turn. Go back up. You having fun?
Yeah, just tell me when my arms will stop hurting.
Well, that depends on what kind of shape you were in to begin with.
Good, I thought.
Looked that way to me. Come this way. Come. Ooh, good. Stop. Good. Brakes. Great invention, brakes, huh?
All you hear about is the man who invented the wheel. Already seems fair.
Warm bath will help. You know, if it's any consolation, what you did today took me about a week to learn.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
When did it happen to you?
6 years ago. Head-on collision. The other guy walked away.
I hope they threw the book at the bastard who was responsible.
Well, they were going to, but they figured that, well, I'd been punished enough. Never passing the curve.
I remember that.
I was in advertising at the time. Had my own company. I was doing pretty good. I guess I could have stayed with it, but I don't know, Madison Avenue. Packaging is everything. Anyway, what I'm doing now, I find much more gratifying.
What, heading the Isley Foundation?
No, teaching a cop how to do figure eights in a wheelchair.
I'll bring my stuff in the morning.
You know, I'm going to give you the key just in case I'm not there.
Thank you.
Don't worry about that thing. You're going to be fine.
As long as I remember my brakes.
And never passing a curve.
All right. Here they come. Surprise! Oh, my Lord! It's a baby shower! Where are the wine?
Chris did the inviting.
I can hardly get them to come. Here she is. Oh, would you look at this? And he told me that we were going out for pizza.
Pizza! Looking good, Mary Beth. Looking real good. Good. She looks tremendous.
Tremendous!
You want to sit down, Mary Beth?
Yeah, honey, sitting's good for you.
Yeah, here. Go. Great dress. What do you mean by great?
Hey, this is fun. I've never been to a baby shower before.
Yes, you have.
When?
Claudia's.
Well, I'm new at this. What do you do with these things anyway, huh?
You guys want a drink? Milk, Mary Beth? Oh, hi.
I didn't think you'd be here so early.
I didn't mean to barge in. I thought you'd be gone by now.
Well, my breakfast appointment canceled out on me.
I'm sorry. Next time we'll knock.
But listen, unless I can be arrested for what I'm doing here, why don't we both relax? That's the bathroom in there. I want you to know that I don't make space in my medicine cabinet for just anyone, you know.
I'll remember that when I write my thank you note.
The H on the tap stands for hardly warm.
Well, then I'll feel right at home.
I put your wheelchair in the closet here. I cleared some space out for you. I figured you were a clothes horse.
Oh, actually, I packed very lightly. We only have a week for this. Oh, can I use your phone?
Sure.
Great, thanks.
Hey, I want to thank you for what you're doing. I think it's great.
Thank you.
Takes a lot of guts.
No, it just takes a badge.
You be careful.
I'll be hell on wheels.
I knew that when I first met you.
Yeah. Yes, would you please send a driver to 826 Madison Avenue. And please tell him that I'm in a wheelchair. Okay, guys, here I come. Is this thing
terribly sorry. Jeffrey, say I'm sorry for staring at the lady like that.
Oh, no, that's all right.
No, he has to learn. Jeffrey, say I'm sorry. Jeffrey, say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Thank you. Come on.
Yeah, well,
Hey, watch it, man. She's a crib. Sorry.
That's it, fellas. I'm gonna call it a day. Oh. Hi.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
I can't believe I fell asleep. What time is it?
It's a little after 9.
Did you just get in?
Oh, long meeting.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd it go?
Oh, long day. I knew it was going to be rough getting around. You know, I expected that. But the people in this city, I tell you, they don't even look at you. You know, they all look up here. And the ones that do look at you are so damn patronizing, you just want to kill them. My arms got real sore. So I took a hot bath.
Help?
But I still got a headache. Am I giving you one? I'd kill for an aspirin.
You probably have a headache because you've been looking up at everybody. Your neck muscles aren't used to it. Here, come here. I'll give you an exercise. Take your neck and do like this. From side to side. That's it. Slowly. Now the other way. Back. That's good. Release some of that tension. Don't pull. Just stretch.
Is this a roundabout way of telling me you're out of aspirin?
I don't believe in aspirin.
I know a man who felt that way about capital punishment. Oh.
No. Keep your head straight.
I've been trying to do that for years.
What I want you to do is pretend to touch your ear to your shoulder, all right? Go ahead. All the way. That's where it gets you right there. That's where the tension builds up. Okay, now the other way.
Honey, baby, that's okay. I'll finish.
I need the exercise.
Yeah, maybe you could use a little exercise. That's okay.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what you said. I mean, sitting around taking it easy. Maybe you could use the exercise.
I got fat. Is that what you mean?
I did not say that, Mary Beth.
Yeah, but that's what you meant, though, isn't it?
That's it. I can't win. Anything I say, you nail me to the wall.
That is not true.
The hell it isn't. You know, I'm just glad you weren't this way with the other two.
Oh, yeah? Because if I had been, there wouldn't be a third. Is that what you're saying?
Let me tell you something, Mary Beth. Living with you this past week has been a royal pain in the butt, and I am damn tired of it.
I'm a little bit irritable.
A little bit irritable. That's like saying you're a little bit pregnant.
Oh, funny, Harvey. That's very funny. How'd you like to carry around 36 extra pounds for 2 months? How'd you like to retain enough water to float a battleship? My shoes are too small. My elasticized waistbands are too tight. I sit down and I'm uncomfortable. I stand up, my ankles swell. I lay down, my back hurts. Being pregnant is not easy, Harvey, and if you think it is, try it sometimes.
Honey, if I could have this baby for you, I would.
Yeah? Would you have gone to that shower? Everybody says a pregnant lady's so beautiful. I don't feel beautiful, Harvey. I feel big and heavy and clumsy.
Oh, honey, I swear, you're not heavy and clumsy. Just big.
Ooh, nice, huh?
It is. It just means there's more of you to love.
Liar.
Good morning.
Hi.
Did you sleep well?
Oh, yes, very well, thanks. Have you seen my shoes?
Yeah, they're in the living room. I hope I didn't wake you. Am I typing? I get up pretty early.
I see you do.
I probably make the best omelet in the city.
Well, it looks wonderful, but I can't stay.
It's Saturday all day.
I know, but I have plans. Excuse me.
Well, Chris, then just stay for breakfast.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ted, but I have to go somewhere else. A brunch.
Do you know what time it is?
Oh, well, actually, it's a breakfast meeting. And then I have to go shopping. You're so right about me being a clothes horse. And then I have to do my laundry. You know, some people are so good with fluff and fold, but I just never really got the hang of it. But I will call you later,
Chris.
I promise. Yes.
Mornings after are always tough. And there are things here that make them tougher. I know that. I don't know about you, but I had a great time last night.
I did too. I feel great. I just have to go now. Morning, Mary Beth. I brought breakfast. No one wants to cook on a Saturday. Hiya. I brought bagels and cream cheese, whipped orange juice, freshly squeezed. Is the rest of the family sleeping in this morning?
7:34 on a weekend morning. I wouldn't call that sleeping in.
7:30. Oh, I left my watch. Did I wake you up? I thought breakfast would be a nice idea.
At a decent hour with a phone call, it's a nice idea.
Excuse me. Next time I'll call and make an appointment to talk to you.
Christine, it's all right. It's okay. I'm getting used to your surprises lately.
Baby shower wasn't that bad, was it?
You want to know the best part? It's over. Okay. What's the problem? What?
That Ted Peters? I like him, Mary Beth.
You came over here at this hour to tell me something I knew 4 days ago?
I like him a lot.
Is that the problem?
I slept with him last night.
That could be a problem.
I don't know if I want to get involved.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to string him along. I've got to make a decision, Mary Beth.
Now?
I don't want to hurt him.
I never heard you say that about anybody before.
Well, he's not exactly like anybody I've been with before.
Because he's in a wheelchair.
Well, you can't pretend that it doesn't exist.
I wasn't going
I have
to.
a life that I lead, a life that I enjoy, and he would be left out. I ski. You know I love to ski. I ski all the time. That'd be real nice, wouldn't it? Having a great downhill run, and he's stuck there in the lodge all by himself.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe I didn't ski as much last year, but I jog. I go to the theater. I like ball games. I'm a very active person.
And he isn't.
I didn't say that. Did you hear me say that once?
Well, what is it then?
I don't know if I can handle this relationship.
Oh, Chris, you're trying to make a decision about something that you don't know a lot about. Take your time.
I don't have any time. What do you mean, take my time? I have to go back and I have to face him. What am I going to say to him? I really want to be with you, Ted. I just don't know if I have the guts.
Yeah, what?
Lieutenant, may I speak with you?
I thought you were on decoy duty.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I need a new base of operations. Peter's place is not working out.
Wait a minute, Cagney. After I sell the brass on funding this setup, now you're going to tell me that it's not working out?
No, the operation is viable, just the location is wrong.
This whole idea was yours, Cagney.
I know it. But using Peter's apartment was his. And I'm telling you that the area is just too well traveled.
Well, you should have thought of that before I sold Nelman on this.
It's just too busy there for a mugging to take place, Lieutenant.
I know that you got some kind of problem with this Peters guy. But I want you to put that aside. Nailing the perp. That's all that should matter here.
No, I talked to him before I left. Someone's at my door. I gotta go. No, charter half a plane. Look, I told him I'd get him there. Bye. Hoping I wouldn't recognize you?
No. I was just hoping the mugger wouldn't. He's around. Where's my microphone?
I put it in the table there, along with your watch. Where you been?
Home. I get the weekends off.
I do too. But you're gonna call me. After your shopping and laundry, of course. You know, despite my swagger, I'm usually not treated like a one-night stand.
I'm sorry.
Me too. Tried calling
Yeah, I'm not listed.
you. Yeah, I found out. Could you give me a clue why you vanished? I mean, I thought it went pretty well.
It did. I told you that it was great.
Damn it, Chris, I was worried about you.
You shouldn't have been. Look, I've got to go, okay? The guys are waiting for me.
Let them wait. Talk to me, Chris.
I can't. please understand, when this case is over, then we'll talk. I'm gonna try down this alley. Okay, guys, I've had enough. Thank you.
Come on, baby. You're going for a little ride down the stairs.
I want you to know I don't cook dinner for just anybody.
Should I consider myself honored?
Well, I think you better taste it first.
Oh, I tell you, I wish I could have seen the look on that guy's face when you stood up.
Yeah.
Must have been the same kind of look that was on your face when you woke up in my bed the other morning.
I better check on dinner. Do you like veal?
Yes.
I love to make veal. It's so much fun to pound away at it. And then there's so many interesting ways to prepare it. You know, there's veal marsala, veal cordon bleu, veal piccata, veal parmesan. I was wondering what we'd talk about. Maybe we should save subjects like chicken and beef for after dinner.
Chris, I was wrong to expect you to spend the weekend with me. I mean, I had no right to make that assumption. I'm sorry.
I wanted to spend the weekend with you. I was just scared. Does that make any sense?
Of course.
Why are you so terrific?
Habit, I guess. Well, here's to...
A tough judge and a long sentence.
And a job well done.
Thank you. That's good stuff.
Well, I figure you deserve the best.
That's what I've been saying to myself lately. And I decided, who am I to argue?
Well, should we eat?
I want to tell you what I've been thinking about first.
It's gonna spoil my appetite?
Oh, I hope not. I've given this a lot of thought. I was frightened because I didn't think that I could handle it. But now I've gotten to know you.
Christine, hold it a minute. Give me your hand. Let me talk first.
You should hear Ted talk about his schedule. I tell you, Mary Beth, he's got his appointment book filled up for the next 2 years. Took off for Washington this morning at 7 o'clock. That's where he's based. He had a congressional meeting he had to get to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I told him I was the same way. You know, with this caseload I've been carrying, I really don't have much time for a social life.
Sounds like he doesn't have much time either.
No, not a lot. Not enough for me, anyway. He may be in a wheelchair, Mary Beth, but there is one thing this man cannot do, and that is say no to his work.
You miss a lot that way.
Yeah, well. Sometimes you just don't realize it until it's too late. It's funny, I've been busy worrying about whether he'd fit into my life. I never even stopped to think about whether I'd fit into his. This man I would have made time for. You are so stubborn. This case is as important to me as it is to you, Sergeant. If your patient is not available for interrogation,
Man's radioactive. I'd sure like to know how he got that way.
Stealing plutonium is a federal offense.
One person died already. He can't wait to be responsible for more. You and I are making a new home for our family. I'm planning on a future.
We are all sitting ducks if somebody presses the wrong button.
So how long before somebody sells that plutonium to the highest bidder?
Getting emotional?
Well, somebody better get emotional because we're talking people's lives here.
I guess it was about 30. That's a good cleaners.
No, Dr. Stanley, not since you called this morning. Yes, Dr. Stanley. Mm-hmm. We still have the number at the university and the lab. Physics department, right. 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 Goodbye, Dr. Stanley. 2 days since his car was broken into, and he can't understand why the thief isn't public enemy #1. I hate these Pendy-Ante cases.
Christine, what do you think of this here? Fixer-upper in Floral Park. Super clean, 4 bedrooms. Quote, needs a woman's loving touch to turn this house into a home, unquote.
What do you think? Fixer-upper? I think that's real estate for falling apart.
$160,000?
Hey, get what you paid for, Mary Beth.
That's what I was hoping. Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. Oh, hello, Mrs. Jacoby. Yes, this is perfect timing. Yeah, I was just looking through the latest listings.
I'm telling you, Marcus.
Fresh Meadows.
Wrong
Oh,
for
we
you,
do know the
Claudia.
neighborhood, yes.
It's too sexy.
Yes, I...
Victor, this is a second honeymoon. Cagney, what do you think?
Second honeymoon?
Yeah.
Paradise Island in the Bahamas is very romantic.
Oh, yeah.
Scuba diving ain't bad either.
I bet you're a water sign.
Excuse me?
Your sign. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, right?
Victor, you sound like a throwback to those singles bars in the 70s.
I bet you're a Scorpio. They always get real cranky when they don't
I'm
get
an
help.
Aries, okay? Pushy.
Aries.
Aries, you're kidding.
Well, my younger sister is an Aries.
The
You know,
moon
one
must
who
be in
thinks she's a
Scorpio.
reincarnation of Anne Boleyn. So when is your birthday, Cagney?
When's yours, Newman?
February 3rd, 1958. 1958?
Aquarius, they are always a
Oh,
little
you're
baby.
depressing, Newman. So you have a birthday coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, Cagney. When is your birthday? Exactly.
Maybe I'll send you some flowers, Cagney.
Be still my heart.
This isn't going to make the front page, but considering how slow the week has been, I guess something's better than nothing, right?
Depends on who's offering.
What you got, Sergeant?
Well, last 61 had paid their courtesy to 40th Precinct. They're holding a suspect who was found with the goods.
What do you know? Dr. Stanley got lucky.
Yeah, the suspect didn't. He's in the emergency room with Sisters of Hope. That's a nice name for a hospital. It's kind of uplifting, you know?
Now, we give pursuit, and this cowboy tries to outrun us. Now, we're really traveling when Mario Andretti here fails to make a corner. He wraps himself around a telephone pole and knocks himself out. The guy sitting next to him, a white male, jumps out of the passenger side and takes off like a bird.
The white male who takes off like a bird. Did you
1920, medium build, 5'8", light haircut and a shag, real snappy dresser. Too preppy, not my style.
Very yuppie, the store owner told us.
Hey, isn't everybody?
Thank you, officer.
Marshal G. Owens. Sorry, Sarge, the suspect is unconscious and currently undergoing medical testing. Now, Dr. Giordano told us he'd let us know as soon as he's available for interrogation.
Well, until he lets us know, do we have an ID on
Jimmy
the
Wilkins, age 18, occupation student. We found a university ID card.
Stolen goods in the car?
6 car stereo sent to the property clerk, 1 small metal suitcase sent to the police lab with a DD-45A for analysis.
Well, thank you very much, Officer Owens.
We aim to please, man.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That's something, huh?
Yeah, where the hell do they get these rookies?
No, I'm talking about the kid running out on his friend. When his buddy is hurt and all. Makes you wonder why he took out of there so fast.
One of his buddies probably got a yellow sheet 6 feet long. Just doesn't want to get nailed again, I guess.
So tonight, Mrs. Jacoby is taking us to see this 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath in Fresh Meadows, which is really Flushing, but she says Fresh Meadows is more desirable. Did you ever hear that?
Uh-uh.
Oh. Well, she says the owners are very motivated.
Can't sell the sucker, huh?
She didn't say that exactly.
They just lowered the price?
$10,000, which is good for us, we figure.
You know, if it's such a terrific house, how come they're having such a hard time unloading it? You gotta think about that. Mary Beth? Think I'm getting crow's feet?
You? Of course not.
I mean, right here. Under my eye, see?
Those are laugh lines.
I hate it when you're kind.
You're cheerful tonight.
I don't know why I bought this. I hate mauve.
I think you look very snazzy, except for the wrinkles.
What do you think? Younger?
Thought you only wore those when you go to bed at night.
The more I wear them, the better my bite.
Oh, Christine, I always thought your bite was fine. It's your bark that needs a little work.
Almost funny, Mary Beth. Almost.
This is one of the loveliest options of the house. The all-purpose finished basement. Solid linoleum floor. There's even a little guest bathroom.
Oh, look, it's a marble sink, look.
And there is plenty of room for Harvey to build a patio in the backyard without hurting the maple tree, so that we can barbecue in the summer, like at Brian's house. Well, not exactly like Brian's house because there's no pool, but there is a bathtub and a shower. And I'm not talking about a shower over the bathtub. I'm talking about a separate stall shower with these tiles, Christine, and wait till you see the breakfast nook.
Well, I don't know, Mary Beth. This sounds like Fresh Meadows' answer to the palace at Versailles.
Yeah.
So you and Harvey are gonna make an offer or not?
We already did. Ah!
Yes!
Oh, yes! No,
oh,
yes,
that's
no,
great.
Wait, but they still don't accept. I mean, they could say no.
Yeah.
Or they could make a counteroffer, which they may do, because we came in under what they were asking.
Yes.
On the other hand, like Mrs. Jacoby says, these owners are very motivated.
Yeah.
We've got kind of an unusual situation here.
We understand that Mr. Wilcox is still in very serious condition, Doctor.
Yes. Well, more serious than we thought.
But he has regained consciousness.
Briefly, but he went out again about an hour ago. I went over the lab tests with pathology to make sure we didn't make any mistake. They say there's no chance of an error.
The nurse said that he has a cerebral hemorrhage.
Inoperable, yes. But that's small time compared to this baby. Wilkins has plutonium in his bloodstream.
Sir?
The man's radioactive. I'd sure like to know how he got that way.
We can't talk in there. I can't disturb my colleagues.
Well, Dr. Stanley, I could understand why they'd be disturbed.
Hearing about the burglary my partner means.
Did you find my suitcase?
Yes, we did. The thieves had broken into it, and those papers, your vital papers that you were so concerned about, they're gone.
But guess what the pathologist did find when he examined that suitcase of yours in the lab?
It's contaminated with plutonium. So's the kid who stole it.
Dr. Stanley, you neglected to tell us you were transporting plutonium.
I put it in a regulation type B lead vial. I took every precaution.
There are federal statutes, Doctor, controlling the transportation of hazardous materials.
Have you any idea the kind of red tape that I'd have to put up with to get government clearance? I am already behind schedule, and I can't afford that. I'm up for my grant renewal.
I don't care if you're up for a Nobel Prize. There is missing plutonium somewhere out there because of you.
How the hell am I supposed to know that my car is going to get broken into? 5 minutes is all I left it. 5 minutes.
Man is a physicist. You'd think he would have known better.
Week is picking up.
Oh, gee, I guess it is.
Looks like someone beat me to it, Sergeant.
I bet they're from David.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Happy birthday, love, Brian?
Kiss off, Newman.
That's sweet. Who is Brian?
Some guy who likes to throw his money around to impress women. Who needs him?
Come on, Cagney, what's he got that I don't?
Probably wears wingtip shoes.
Sure he's not married, just keeping a sweet-looking blonde on the sly?
Hey, that's no way to be talking about Christine's big brother.
Brian is your big brother?
Excuse me, Victor?
Things are tough for single girls, huh?
You tried computer dating services, Cagney?
Out of my face, okay?
I love the heat of a woman's anger, don't you, Victor?
Chris, I didn't mean to say anything before.
That's okay.
Are you and David celebrating tonight?
Brian's always early. Actually, my birthday isn't until Thursday.
Are you and David celebrating Thursday night?
No, Mary Beth, we are not. David doesn't know it's my birthday, and that's fine.
Oh, Christina, I know you're shy about your birthday, but
I'm not shy about it. I just think it's silly to make a big deal out of something that's really not even that big a deal.
You are sounding like you're over the hill because you're going to be 39 years old.
I'm not over the hill. On the other hand, I am up high enough where I'm getting a pretty good view.
You think it's very old-fashioned here, Christine. You know that? All the magazine articles say that a woman does not even start her prime until she's 40 years old. And all those glamorous actresses, they say exactly the same thing. And take a look at them. Laugh lines only. Linda Evans is 43 years old already. That is 4 years older than you're going to be. And I heard Joan Collins was 68.
All right, Mary Beth.
Take a look at Lena Horne. I mean, the thing I love about birthdays is that it's a kind of a once-a-year time when your whole life passes before your eyes.
That's what they say about people who are drowning.
And Agent Hornby would like to assist us in every way possible.
Any plutonium theft, of course, falls under federal jurisdiction. Normally, we work in conjunction with NEST.
NEST?
Nuclear Emergency Search Team. But according to the documentation that you brought back, certifying the small amount of plutonium missing, I think we can handle this among ourselves, don't you?
No doubt in my mind.
We'll do our best, sir.
Good, good. We'd like to take advantage of the expertise of the local police department. No question you have information sources we don't.
Can't argue with that.
As Lieutenant Samuels knows, we like to maintain a very low profile. I prefer to work behind the scenes as discreetly as possible.
We know that, Agent Hornby. We've all worked with federal agents before.
Sir, exactly how are you going to assist us, sir?
I will observe and analyze your investigation, making pertinent suggestions when necessary.
What you're saying is you want us to be your beard.
That's one way of looking at it, Sergeant.
Cagney.
Of course. I won't forget that again.
I think we all understand each other here.
Now, presuming these thieves didn't know what they had.
Excuse me, sir, but we figure they must have. From the papers that Dr. Stanley said were in the suitcase.
Why else would Wilkins' partner have taken the time to grab the vial? He was being chased by 2 cops.
Then you'd better find his accomplice and determine what he intended to do with it.
Pertinent suggestions? Give me a break.
Christine, he might turn out to be very helpful here. How many cases have we had like this?
So it's missing plutonium. So what? It's the same procedures. Can't let it intimidate you, Margaret.
Uh-huh. Detective Lacey, 14th. Yes, Dr. Giordano.
He's conscious, but he's still in critical condition. You're going to have to make it brief.
The plutonium poisoning made his condition a lot worse, huh?
No, not yet anyway. It moves a lot slower than that. But with the kind of dosage he had, the plutonium will catch up with him, all right.
Is it fatal?
We're talking lung cancer first anyway, maybe bone cancer too. First his weight will drop, and then he'll start coughing blood.
Do you have any idea how he contracted this plutonium?
He snorted it.
Dear Lord.
Silvery white powder, he said. I guess he was already coked up when he tried it. The ultimate high, huh? His family's in here with him now.
Emergency admitting. ICU. Dr. Shadle, please call the page operator. Dr. Oscar Shadle.
Now we know who we're looking for. One Dan Gorham, dropout student and aspiring plutonium dealer.
Oh, I don't know, Christina, about Gorham selling this stuff.
And what that kid said about Gorham, the guy who sold anything. They were on the way to meet a fence from the car crash. Shave Wilkins is in. I don't think he's lying.
Figure that, kid. Parents are uptown people. They care about their son. I mean, anybody could see that. What makes a boy with everything start breaking into cars?
Easy money, he says.
Easy money? What'd he need? The privileges he was born with? He threw it away. He didn't care. I hate it when people don't care. Dan Gorham's brother said he and you used to be roommates.
But I already spoke to the Bureau of Radiation Control.
That's his last semester.
Yeah, they told me that the
I
Nuclear
see.
Regulatory Commission...
Thank you very much.
Yes, I do understand it's after hours, but if could... Hello? You have anything on Gorham?
Like the parents said, they didn't know many of his friends. The old girlfriend said he started running around with a different crowd. She thought maybe he was dealing dope.
Nope, just plutonium. Bigger profits.
We don't know that.
We don't know a damn thing, Mary Beth. How am I supposed to find out how this guy can sell this stuff if the government agencies won't even give me a straight answer?
What about that person from the Department of Health who said they'd call you back?
Oh, yeah, get this. All I have to do is fill out a 49 with my superiors, and then I can submit my questions in writing. And after I do that, they'll get back to us. I wish we were talking drugs. Dealers, sources, at least we'd know where to start. Well, burning midnight oil tonight, detectives?
Hiya, Lynn. I see that reporters can't keep decent hours either. Certainly not when we're trying to get a line on how some small-time thief got himself contaminated with plutonium.
Contaminated with what?
Come on, Cagney. I've got very reliable sources. I understand the plutonium is still missing. Detective Lacey, if there's missing plutonium out there, the people in this city need to know about it. Then you know better than to ask us to comment on an ongoing investigation. I'm talking about more than some poor guy like Wilkins who happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and gets himself exposed to this stuff. Do you have any idea what you've got? Look, I'm quoting here. There is a shortage of plutonium available for the construction of nuclear warheads. That tells me there's quite a buyer's market out there. You've got your major powers. You've got your terrorists. You've got your enterprising extortionists. Maybe a crazy college kid with a genius IQ.
I think you've been watching too many James Bond movies, Sutter.
Do you know how much plutonium ends up being unaccounted for every year?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
I wish I could. I'm a hotshot reporter with a major metropolitan newspaper, and I can't get the facts. Nobody is talking. Now, this stuff ends up somewhere. I'd sure like to know where, wouldn't you?
Great, Sutter. Why don't you go on and save the world and just let us do our job?
From what the doctor told me about radiation, Wilkins was lucky he didn't make it. What are you talking about? He died. An hour ago.
Why the hell weren't we notified?
Well, maybe you should get permission from the federal authorities to check it out, Sergeant. From what I hear, they're the ones running your case so far. Agent Hornby, we did not give any information to the press.
So where did the leak come from? You and your partner both listed plutonium contamination on the original 61. So obviously the press has an informant on the NYPD payroll.
I'd like to know your source to make that assumption.
Then where did the leak come from?
How about the hospital? The press knew about Wilkins' death before we did, for crying out loud.
I don't have time for conjecture. I'm looking for results.
You want results? Good idea. Then why don't you use some of that federal clout of yours to get us into the Nuclear Regulatory Commission?
And I thought you had everything under control, Sergeant. Guess not. I'll get us an appointment this afternoon. Lieutenant, please impress upon your detectives the requirements of the agency. No problems, no publicity. Otherwise, we'll have to re-examine our cooperation with the NYPD.
Agent Hornby, let me impress upon you that my detectives know how to do their job.
You told him, Lieutenant.
Isn't there someplace you gotta go to, Sergeant?
If people would just inform themselves, they wouldn't be nearly so intimidated by nuclear technology.
That's exactly what we're trying to do.
You were telling us about the plutonium-238, Mrs. Delacour.
In simple terms, it's primarily used to power satellites.
In simple terms, what would be the market for this kind of plutonium?
Beats me. It's not weapons grade. All it's good for is research.
Not nuclear research?
Not in this country.
Other countries, then?
Not officially.
How about unofficially?
The way my people work is we like to focus on the immediate facts of this case. Let's not get into some long-term speculation.
I would like to hear what Mrs. Delegate has to say, sir.
Look, it's no secret there are a number of foreign nations eager to expand their knowledge of nuclear technology.
Build their own bomb, you mean?
It stands to reason. They'd be in the market for any plutonium they could buy. By the time they find out it isn't weapons grade, it's too late for a refund.
We're going off in a direction that's very unlikely.
But the plutonium-238 itself is harmless.
I wouldn't say that. Accidents could happen if the wrong people got hold of it.
The wrong people?
Terrorists. Well, even this kind of plutonium could be added to a standard TNT bomb to engineer some sort of radioactive fallout. All sorts of possibilities for demented minds.
We really don't have time for this kind of speculation.
You come in here taking my time, Agent Hornby. I'm not going to sugarcoat the facts to make them go down easier.
Pounding the pavement with Hornby breathing down her neck and not a damn thing to show for it.
Let's go over it again.
And then he blames us, saying that the publicity on Wilkins' death is driving Gorham into the woodwork. Hell, it should be driving him to a hospital to find out whether or not he was contaminated.
Well, Wilkins said he was the only one that snorted this stuff. Quote, Gorham started to touch the vial, but he changed his mind and went and washed his hands, unquote.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He knew enough to be scared. What he doesn't know is how much of that stuff he's been exposed to.
So if he thinks that Wilkins died because of the contamination, then he should be trying to get help.
Tomorrow we start checking emergency rooms.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I brought you here for the best fish and chips in Coney Island, not corn dogs.
It's my party.
You know how many times you used to ask me to bring you down here on your birthday when you were a kid?
A lot.
Oh. After we finish, we'll go to Maury's and shoot a few games of pool, just like the old days.
Maury's? I didn't even know that was open anymore.
Are you kidding, Maury's, where I taught you to shoot pool? Come on, it hasn't been that many years.
Seems like it sometimes.
Rough week at work?
It's not an easy case.
Can't Samuels give you some backup?
The backup I have, I'd like to get rid of. It's not so simple anymore, Papa. Want to take a walk?
Yeah, sure.
It's not like the good old days, Charlie, when you used to bring me down here.
Oh, honey, it wasn't simple then either. You were just a kid, that's all. You didn't know any better. Now that you're grown up, it's a whole different world.
Yeah. Sure feels that way.
Hey, happy birthday, baby.
Thanks, Charlie.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we are. I don't believe it. When did they put this thing in here? Oh, you must be disappointed, Chris.
I don't know, Charlie. You always said we should keep up with the times. Tell you what, I'll challenge you to a game of Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's my birthday, girl. You're on. What the hell is Pac-Man?
I'll show you.
I'm going to go and check on the baby.
Honey, she just got to sleep.
I want to be sure that she didn't kick her blankets off again.
Sweetheart.
I'll be very quiet.
Hey, Mike. I said bed 10 minutes ago. Harvey, TV time's over.
It was a lousy program anyway.
Don't be a hard case, Harvey.
Good night,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
So peaceful. It's amazing the way she can shut the whole world down.
Good night, Mom.
Right, sweetheart.
Hey. Want to say goodnight to your mother?
Wait, you think because you're 16, you're too big to kiss me goodnight?
Sorry, Mom.
Come here.
Good night.
once we found a house, he'd start feeling happier about moving.
Before it was only talk. Now he knows it's for real.
It's going to be hard for him, Harvey. Having to transfer schools, making new friends.
Mary Beth, I went to 4 different schools. Each time I made it work. Harvey will too.
Honey?
Yeah?
You're always reading those, news magazines.
Hmm?
I don't know anybody that pays more attention to that stuff than you do. Harvey, before I started working on this case I'm working on, do you remember ever reading anything about there being plutonium missing?
What do you mean by missing?
What do you mean? What do I mean by missing? Gone. Lost. Not there for bed check when they lock up at night.
Yeah, I think I might have heard of something like that before.
You might have? Does that make you a little nervous, Harvey?
Mary Beth, it doesn't do any good to think about that kind of stuff.
Well, I wish I didn't have to think about some of the things I heard about today, but it doesn't make it go away.
Mary Beth, the government and the scientists, they are the ones running the show. People like you and me, we don't have a thing to say about it.
Harvey, you don't really believe that.
Do you know how lucky we are they kept the genie in a bottle this long? They can't do it forever, though.
Well, what the heck does that mean? You and I are making a new home for our family. I'm planning on a future.
Mary Beth, we are all sitting ducks if somebody presses the wrong button. It is a fact of life, just like babies being born. You just got to learn to live with it. The way it was, soldiers fought the wars. Today, everybody's a target. Men, women, kids, it doesn't matter. The big balloon goes up, it's all over.
Well, that's terrific, Harvey. With the big balloon out there, why do we bother getting up tomorrow morning?
You're going to wake up the baby.
We may as well give up right now.
Oh, will you calm down about this?
The way you tell it, we might as well put our hands over our head, bend over, and kiss our tails goodbye. Go in there and tell that to your brand new baby daughter.
I told you.
I'm telling you, this is our best shot.
We've combed every emergency room from the Bowery to Washington Heights, and there's nobody that comes close to Gorham's description.
We still have the west side to cover, sir.
Not on my time. Ladies, it isn't working.
So what, we go back and show Gorham's picture to every panhandler on 42nd Street?
You're reliable informants, Sergeant. Let's see how reliable they are.
Our informants do not know the street value of plutonium. Hell, they don't even know what plutonium is.
I'm not interested in a wild goose chase here.
You're not interested in anything.
Sergeant, if your local resources keep coming up dry, then maybe it's time to take a new approach with a new team.
Do you love it? We do all the legwork, and he takes the credit with the brass in Washington.
No one's going to take any credit for anything until we find Gorham.
Yes, sir.
With the publicity on Wilkins' death, I was sure that he would come.
Publicity on Wilkins? You know, Cagney, that's where we've gone wrong. It should be targeted at Gorham.
If he didn't care about his buddy, then Gorham might come crawling out of the woodwork if he thought that he was the one that was contaminated.
Well, I think it is our duty to alert Gorham that he should definitely seek medical attention. The 6 o'clock news in every newspaper, as soon as possible.
What did I start here?
What, Lieutenant? What, using the press to smoke out a perp? You said it. We've done it before.
Yeah.
Not when the federal authorities have instructed us to keep a low profile.
Mary Beth, Hornby has been using the 14th like errand boys, coming in here, running us around, telling us what to do. I resent it.
Cagney, come on. You're a professional. When are you finally going to learn that you got to work with the powers that be?
Well, Lieutenant, you said that he could steal this collar from us anytime he wanted.
Yeah, he can do that.
Sir, I think that Lynn Sutter may be interested in helping us here.
You think so, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hornby's worried about a press leak. I'll give him a press leak.
555-2424, sir. What time do you have? 6 minutes later than the last time you asked me.
That late edition came out 3 hours ago.
What do you want to do? You want to notify all the ERs and clinics in all the 5 boroughs again?
Why don't you go on home? Huh? I'll call you if something comes in.
Oh, I told Harvey it'd be a late night when he called. You sounded so anxious is all.
So go home.
This case is as important to me as it is to you, Sergeant.
It's silly for the two of us to be sitting around here waiting like this.
So you go home.
You are so stubborn.
Look who's talking.
Tell you what. I'll flip a coin. Heads, I stay. Tails, you stay, all right?
All right.
You win.
Does that mean I stay?
No, it means you go.
Christine.
Mary Beth, Harvey's waiting. This is your sergeant speaking.
I think the fix was in.
Nobody said life was fair, Mary Beth.
Congratulations, Mrs. Lacey. Let me be the first to welcome you to your new residence in Fresh Meadows.
We got the house.
I made them an offer they couldn't refuse.
Oh, Harvey, I can't believe it.
Oh, baby.
I can't believe it. Our own house.
Our own house. Oh, you know what Mrs. Jacoby calls it? She calls it an investment in our future. Our future, Mary Beth. Here's to our future. You know the first thing I am going to build, Mary Beth? I am going to build a backyard barbecue, and then I am going to build a tree house for Michael, and then I am going to build a sandbox for Alice.
How's Harvey Jr. doing with the news?
Not terrific. In fact, I think he would probably be glad to see his mother right now.
Break your eardrums wearing that thing.
I'll survive.
You'll survive starting a new school, too. Harvey, we're not going to be that far away. You can invite your old friends over anytime you want.
It's not the same. Mom, I don't care about a new house. I don't care if I have to share my room with Michael. Why do we have to move?
Because we want something better.
Yeah? Well, what if you and Dad hate the neighbors? What if the house starts falling apart? What if I just...
Sweetie, sometimes when you want something very badly, you have to take risks. And you don't know if everything's going to turn out to be the way you want. I mean, that's the scary thing. You don't know. But you can't let that stop you. I think that if you want something badly enough, you have to try things. And hope and trust that they turn out to be all right.
It's not going to be all right. I know it.
Hey, I know that everything does not have a happy ending. But I think we have to believe in it anyways. I mean, how else could we go on if we don't believe that everything's going to be okay?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Chris said it's urgent.
Thanks. It's our family, Harvey. We have too much at stake for any one of us to let the other one down. It's going to be a big change. But to make it work, we all have to commit to it, Harv. You're in this too. It's up to you too. Be strong, baby. Yeah, did you get anything?
People's Free Clinic on West 23rd Street, Mary Beth. A 19-year-old fitting Dan Gorham's description is currently undergoing lab tests for plutonium poisoning. I'm having uniforms bring him in.
You better call Hornby. Chris?
I heard you.
I love you.
Love you.
I'm not saying anything until I get the results of those lab tests. Hey, I touched that damn vial too, you know.
Well, you didn't snort the plutonium. According to the doctor, you're safe enough.
Where is it?
Yeah, you're welcome to another body search, lady.
You think you're real smart, don't you, Gorham? A lot smarter than the other punks we get in here, right? Because you got a couple of semesters of college under your belt? Because your parents have some fancy dress in Scarsdale? I bet they're real proud of their son, the thief.
Yeah, thief is one thing, but he runs out on his pal.
Danny boy here didn't care. He's got the plutonium. You can get a lot more money for that than you can fencing car stereos, right, kid?
Yeah, and that way he didn't have to split the profits with poor dumb Jimmy.
Yeah, that was real convenient, that car crash wiping out your buddy. No wonder you left him there to die.
Hey, I couldn't help him.
Did you try? You ever think about what plutonium can be used for? How many people can be hurt? One person died already. He can't wait to be responsible for more.
I thought you were a lot smarter than this, Gorham. Stealing plutonium is a federal offense, unless, of course, you like the idea of sitting on your butt for the next 20 years in a federal penitentiary.
What's in it for me?
Less time, maybe.
That's not enough.
You help us. We'll let you know what we can do for you.
I already sold it.
Who'd you sell it to?
A guy. A buddy of mine set me up with. He said he could move it to some overseas contacts.
Where'd you set up the deal?
Guy's office. Queens.
Where in Queens?
There ain't been nobody in this place in over 6 months. Looks it.
I told you this place was a dump. Look, this is where I met the guy. I swear it.
Damn thing. Brand new set and the louse stiffs me. You can't trust nobody nowadays.
We think that Gorham is telling the truth, sir.
He's too smart to lead us down the garden path when his tail's on the line.
So the landlord is lying.
Maybe, maybe not. The man that Gorham met could have been a former tenant. Could have been a friend of a tenant with a key.
Forensics is already dusted for prints, Lieutenant. They must have come up with something.
I've already ordered the results sent to Washington. We've done all we can here, Lieutenant.
We?
My people are prepared to assume full authority on this.
You can't do that.
Cagney.
What?
Cagney, please. Hornby, I think our detectives have got a handle on this now.
You're damn right we do.
What the hell are you talking about? This case gets more out of control by the minute. Thanks to the NYPD. Last night, the Gorham case was a headline story on every newscast in the city.
Hornby, in my judgment, that was the right decision.
Worked, didn't it?
A delicate case like this requires sensitivity and discretion. There's certain information the public can't deal with.
What information is that, Agent Hornby?
I think there's something else bothering Agent Hornby. Like the fact that the plutonium is still missing. That's going to be embarrassing, isn't it?
Thank you, Lieutenant, for your cooperation in this case. I assure you it will remain high on our priority list.
So how long before somebody sells that plutonium to the highest bidder?
Detective Lacey, this really isn't your problem.
It isn't my problem. Dan Gorham fenced that poison 28 blocks from my home. What the hell do you mean it's not my problem?
This is exactly the kind of attitude that breeds overreaction. Getting emotional like
Well,
this.
somebody better get emotional because we're talking people's lives here.
I assure you, Detective, this will be handled by experts in these kinds of cases. They'll keep it under control. Now, if you'll just step aside and let us get on with our work.
I don't believe you, Hornby. Not anymore. You're not going to do a damn thing about it, but I am. I'm going to do something about it. I apologize, Lieutenant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but there's craziness out there, and nobody's doing anything about it because somebody else is supposed to be in charge.
All right, we'll monitor this case as best we can. I promise you that we're not going to forget it.
I'm not only talking about this case, sir. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out what to do.
Excuse me for interrupting, Lieutenant. There's a first-in delivery here for Sergeant Cagney.
Oh, I'll get it later, Coleman.
Requires your signature, Cagney.
Excuse me.
Blonde hair, yeah. Sergeant Christine Cagney?
Oh, yes.
Detectives Newman, Isbecki, Petrie, Carrassa, and Sergeant Coleman ask that I give you the following message.
You better sit down for this one, Sarge.
Happy birthday, baby. I'm your Mr. Wonderful. A cowboy in love on the trail of life. Jimmy parked car under the stars. This was your idea, right?
Isbecki even wrote the lyric.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's called an agave plant, a.k.a. a century plant. I first saw them when Harvey took me and the boys to the Botanical Gardens a couple weeks ago. And the special thing about this plant is that it blooms only once in 20 years.
Well, something to look forward to. Thank you.
I'll get you something grand, you know, for next year for the big 4-0. But anyways, for now, here's your 39th birthday. Long may she wave.
She already wove, Mary Beth.
Huh?
This is my 40th.
Oh, no, Christine. I distinctly remember last year when I took you to that Chinese restaurant, someplace between the egg rolls and the mooshu pork, you told me you were 38.
I lied.
You lied?
Well, it was a white lie. Wasn't really of much importance. I was just sort of kidding around.
For 1 year? I mean, it's not like you said you were 29. Or 35, even. For 1 year, you lied?
What? I didn't lie. It wasn't a lie. It was an omission. Besides, at my age, every year counts.
Yeah, I guess so. So what are you coming clean now for?
I don't know. It's a sign of maturity, I guess.
40, huh?
Yeah.
Those do make you look younger.
Yeah? Well, like you said, Mary Beth, I'm in my prime. Probably should start acting like it, huh? Thank you. I don't know, Mary Beth. The Saturdays are going by faster than they used to.
Huh?
Well, when I was a kid, I hated going to school on my birthday. So I'd count ahead to see which years my birthday would land on a Saturday. 7th, 14th, 21st. And, next one coming up will be my 42nd. Not so far away. I like Saturdays. Wish we had more of them.
Me too.
It's your new house, Mary Beth.
Yeah. And 2 more Saturdays, Christine.